Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to our channel. How's everyone doing tonight? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. As hello to now with the fam. Welcome to tonight's live stream. Hope you are all good and you've had a good Sunday. For those of you in Europe, our Sunday is almost done now, but for some of you, you are just waking up and getting into your day. So we greet you now. Good afternoon, good morning. Wherever you are welcome. Thank you all so much for being here. It's a raining day, yeah. Yesterday was very bright and sunny, and I just knew that UK weather that I know today could see me. Rain must fall. For you to have 2 days with good weather, it's almost impossible. But we thank the Lord. In all things we give thanks, including good and bad weather. What can we do? Welcome, everyone. Please give this video a thumbs up as you are coming in. You know how we do. I've got a guest in the house. We haven't had a guest in a long while. It's not because we don't have people who want to share. It's just I just took some time off the stories and the people sharing because I needed some time to get myself together because some of the stories are quite heavy, and you guys know. I think it's easier sometimes when we talk about celebrity because you don't really feel a connection to them. But when we bring people and they share their lived experience, it's sometimes very hard. Some of these people have been through a lot. So yeah, it's good that we took some time off, to debrief, to detach, and to get to ourselves in a good mental place with all the celebrity gist. And now we are back to the cocoa of what we do on this platform. Welcome, everybody. Please give the video a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. I appreciate both my returning subscribers and if you are joining us for the first time, please subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up. Got a young lady in the studio and she's come to share her experience with us. I was just catching up with her and she told me that when the guy she married somebody, she's an imported wife. You guys know we have lots of imported wife stories on this platform. I think I should have an imported wives. By now, we should have an imported wives playlist because we have so many imported wife stories. And I actually coined that word because I didn't know how else to describe when people are married from abroad and brought here, either in Nigeria or other parts of Africa, and when the relationship breaks down, which happens quite frequently. I didn't know what to call it, so I just said imported wives, and it's stuck since then. So her name is Mercy, and before she starts talking, I just want to remind you guys we haven't done this in a long while, so there are some house rules. If you are new and you don't know, we have some very, very important house rules here. Okay, and one of them is respect. One of them is not being not judgmental. You are not allowed to judge. It's not allowed. Judging her is not allowed. We listen here with empathy. We pride ourselves as a platform where people come to share their experiences, no matter how it is. It's not your story. Please don't put yourself into it. Don't say she's lying. Don't second guess her. It's none of your business. If you have something encouraging to say it. Otherwise, do not judge. My block button is very ready and I'm very, very protective of my guests because when people have been through certain very traumatic situation and they have the boldness to come and speak about it, it is not right for someone who is just sitting on their phone or keypad or computer somewhere who doesn't know them to say, oh, why are you saying this? You're lying, this, that. We don't ask to bring the other person. This is not a court. We are not judging anyone. We're only here to help. So Mercy wants to share her story. We are here to support her. We're here to listen with empathy, and we're here to provide support. So please respect her. Do not judge, and don't, come for her. If you come for her, I will come for you. don't, please. Obodofan, you guys know how we do now. We love and we support and we help as God gives us strength. Thank you so much, everyone, for your love and empathy and for your understanding. Thank you. Thank you so much. Please give the video a thumbs up while I bring on Mercy. Hello, Mercy.
Hello, TV.
How are you?
I'm all right.
In fact, I was just saying that this your story it's been long since we've been planning it for weeks.
Yeah,
For weeks we've been planning it, but today is the day that the Lord has made. So we are finally going to hear your story. And I just want to say I haven't heard her full story yet because of time. So I'm just going to hear this full story today for the first time. Obodo fan, please show her love. Show her love. She's very new to the diaspora. And actually, it was you guys over the farm and this platform that gave her the courage to leave a very, very traumatic and abusive marriage. So you see, guys, you are doing a good job on this platform, whether you know it or not. Abby, Mercy, you were just telling me about the story you heard and when
yeah,
you started your whole journey. Tell us about it. How did this whole thing start?
yeah. I got married to my ex-husband in Nigeria 5 years ago. So I met him through my cousin, who is also my colleague. So she introduced my ex-husband to me. We started contacting each other. After months, he came back to Nigeria. He saw me. So initially, before then, he told me that he wanted to marry me on phone. I refused. I told him that the age gap is too much, and I will give it a second thought. So he said after months he came back. He called me that because of how I rejected him, that was what motivated him to marry me.
So when you
That
say the age gap is much, what is the age gap? What is his age?
he was 50 something years.
50
So
something. Say
yeah,
54, 55, 56,
so 55.
55. And how old were you then when you got married 5 years ago?
I was I was 30 years.
Okay, so it's about 25 years age gap between you. Okay, it's quite
Yeah,
it's quite a big gap. I see why you were
yeah,
reluctant. Okay,
yeah.
go ahead, my darling.
So I told him that the age gap was much. So he said when I see him that I would like him, that he's this, that, that. I said, okay, no problem. He came back so and saw me. He said I'm okay. And when I saw him, the age was not showing. He was okay. And he was too kind, gentle, lovable. So as based on my age, I'm already 30. I decided to move on and get married to him. We got married. So he paid my diary, bride price, and everything, and went back to UK. So after another 5 months, he came back and we did our court marriage and our white wedding. So after our white wedding, I find out that I was not the only one. We were already 6 of us in the pipeline. So
Mercy, please. I'm so sorry. I'm laughing. You know when you told me this a few minutes ago. I laughed too because when you say you are is six of you in the pipeline, what do you mean by six of you in the pipeline?
so we were 6 of us, and out of the six, he picked me
So he was
because
he was chatting with six people, or they introduced six people to him.
they introduced 6 people. He was sleeping with most of them. I was the only one he didn't sleep with. So that was why he picked me. So he said
Okay.
I'm the stubborn type, I'm the stubborn one among them. So he chose me. So it was after the wedding I find out because he continuously was involved with them, booking appointments, how to go and meet them after our wedding, giving me a series of excuses. So I found out I was bittered. I said this was one of the things that pissed me off in men, cheating. I hate cheating. So he said that it's with time he will leave them, that they are just friends. So then I didn't know what to do. He left, he went back to UK. When he went back to UK, I found out that I'm already pregnant. So I told him, he became angry that he didn't plan for me to be pregnant now. But since I'm pregnant, there's nothing he can do about it. I have to manage. I said, no problem. That was when he changed.
Hold on.
Every
Thank you, my darling. You are doing very well. You are a very confident speaker.
Yeah.
And I know that you're going to tell us this story very well articulated tonight. You said when you got pregnant and you told him you were pregnant after he came to marry you in Nigeria, he was angry. Why was he angry? Do you know why? Did he say why he said he didn't plan for you to be pregnant?
It was now that we started having issue that he told me why. Then he didn't tell me why. The only reason he gave me was that he never planned to have a baby now, that it was too early.
So did he use protection when he was sleeping with you after you got
No,
married?
no,
Did he ask you to use
no,
contraceptive or things that will
no,
prevent pregnancy?
no.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, my dear.
So 5 months after the pregnancy, I find out that he was already living with his ex-wife. They were divorced, but they were still living together.
So he was married before.
Yes,
Did you know that?
I only knew about one person, but I didn't know that he was married to two people before me.
So he was married two times before he came to marry you.
Yes, I'm the third person.
And he was still living with the last wife.
Yes, he didn't tell me.
Okay. Go ahead. So what happened?
And I find out, I started complaining. He said if I don't want the marriage again, that he would divorce me as he divorced the other people. So I was already 5 months. I continued crying. I was like, I've made a mistake of my life. I don't know where to start from. I'm already pregnant. After all the whole cried, he now promised me that he will bring me to UK. He will apply for my visa. He first of all applied for spouse visa for me. After 1 month, he told me, no, 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 that we should try with visiting visa, that he will put that one on hold. After my 6 months visit, then we'll go for the spouse visa. By then, I would have given birth. So I accepted. So before 2 weeks, okay, before the visiting visa, I started having signs of miscarriage due to too much of stress and cry and everything. And within that period, I lost my dad. So after the burial, I had have to go enter theater because I was almost about to lose the baby. They said I'll have a cervical sacrilege to protect the child from the womb. So which they did that. So I was already carrying that. He said I should go and live with his brother, who is not married.
Nigeria. You should go and live with his brother that is not married.
Yes, in Nigeria.
Were you living with your parents after he married you and came back to the
I,
UK?
wa- I was living on my own. I was working, so
Okay.
I have my job. I was comfortable in my own home.
Mm-hmm.
So when he met me, I was already working. I was living on my own. I finished school, everything.
Mm-hmm.
So then he said, due to the problem of miscarriage, he said the stress from the job, I should stop the job, that he will give me money. If it's money, that I should quit the job. I never knew that it was a way of not allowing me to see people. Because then he told me that he doesn't want friends around me, that he just wants me, work and home. And whenever he calls me on phone, he doesn't want to see me outside. He wants me to be at home. That Nigeria, when you get married in Nigeria, you won't know what the woman is doing there. He will just be sleeping around there. I was like, I'm already pregnant. Will I be pregnant and be sleeping around? And more if I didn't sleep around before I met you, will I be start sleeping around now that I'm pregnant? He said,
Mm-hmm.
no, you never can tell.
Mm-hmm.
That I must go and live with his brother and resign from my job. I
Mm-hmm.
don't have any other option. I resigned from the job because I wanted to protect the baby in my womb. So I went to his brother's home. To be a good wife, I have to obey him.
Okay.
I stayed,
So
I, I stayed
let
with
me
his brother.
interject. Let me
Yeah,
interject here. Thank you, my darling. You are doing very well. So this is the first mistake, and we're not blaming you. We don't come here to blame anybody. So we are
yeah,
bringing out lessons. Already, You are married to this man that is way older than you. And I'm not saying that, older people don't marry younger people and make it work.
Yeah,
Sometimes it just, is a number. Some people are older and they are young at heart. They know how
yeah,
to relate with younger people. They are very playful, their heart is young. So it's not always that, older people can marry younger people. Same thing for older women who marry younger men. It depends on the maturity of the person involved. So I'm not going to flog that. But
yeah,
25 years is a big age gap. Okay?
yeah,
So there are
yeah,
so many red flags already, and you haven't even dived into the real story. The first red flag is the fact that he was married twice and he only told you one. Okay? There were
yeah,
six of you contending.
yeah,
Even the presidential election self, they never get six candidates. That's a lot. So it's like he was picking and choosing. And from what you said so far, he only took you because you refused to sleep with him. And this
yeah,
is a thing that most ladies will find that men like when they can't get you, that's when they fight hard to get you. So because a man is doing anything or everything to get you doesn't mean that they love you or they want you. It's just to make sure that you are the stubborn one, that you say you will not agree, you must agree.
yeah,
Actually, I've heard stories of men who will do anything just to make a woman agree. Once you agree and they don't chop you once, they don't sleep with you once, that's it. They'll say, okay, I just wanted to make you know that you can't say no to me, and then they'll bounce. Okay?
yeah,
So that's based on his behavior so far, what you've told us. The third one is the pregnancy. A man that really loves you and wants a marriage and a relationship, you should have discussed, babies and not having babies. If he doesn't want babies, or maybe did he have children before?
yeah, three.
Okay. If he didn't want children anymore and you are a young girl of 30, he should have told you. Okay? He should have told you, I'm already have I have been married two times, so I already have three children. I don't want children anymore. Then he shouldn't be going for a young girl. He should marry somebody who's either divorced or an older woman who will not bear him children.
Yeah,
So I don't know why the anger is coming from when you are pregnant. I'm sure you tell us later. Then
yeah,
finally, the one I want to talk about, which is the major one so far in your story, is somebody living in the diaspora and controlling you all the way from the diaspora in Nigeria. Eh?
yeah,
They say the taste of the apple is in the eating, right?
yeah,
He's already in the UK and telling you what to do in Nigeria. Quit your job, go and live with my brother. Don't work anymore. I want you to just go to work and come back home. So you were very young. Obviously, you want to make your marriage work, but that's to tell you that this is a taste of what is going to come when you come to the UK. And I'm sure you found out later.
yeah,
That is controlling behavior. He doesn't want your best interest. He wants to deprive you of your finances so that you will depend on him for every kobo now. You are
yeah,
expecting your first baby, and he's not there physically to provide emotional support. He wants you to go and live with his brother, and he's also he's also trying to deprive you from earning an income, which is an income you were earning before you met him. But
yeah,
unfortunately, being a good girl, being Nigerian culture, whatever, you quit your job. Ladies, don't quit your job. Never ever quit your job for any reason. If the marriage won't end, may end. Because now there the wahala dey start. Oh, don't work. You don't need a job. I'll look after you. Lori, iro. It's only Mongo Park that will ask women not to work. Every good and decent man that I know want their women to work. Because it's not only about the money, even there's self-fulfillment, feeling that you are achieving something. It's a taste of the pudding. Thank you, my sis. It's a taste of the apple. The taste of the pudding is in the eating. Thank you, sis. When I boy a pudding, yeah, be apple ni me tell you some more. So then don't ever quit your job. Never is a no-no. So that's the lessons from that. Okay. Tell us what happened when you moved in with your brother-in-law. How did that go?
I I stayed there for 3 days. The brother refused. The brother doesn't allow me to go out. I was like in the prison, locked inside the room. Even if I want to go and buy something, he will say, "No, give it to my housemate, house help. My house help will get it for you." So
Mm-hmm.
one day I said, "No, I just want to have a walk. I want to walk around."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Okay, no problem." I left. Immediately I opened the gate, he called his brother. His brother called me on phone. Where did I think I'm going to? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I told him that I just wanted to pick something along the street. He said, did I call him? Did I let him know that I'm going out? Why should I go out without letting him know? I told him I called your number wasn't going. So after that day, I called my mom that I can't spend a night in this house, that if I continue staying here, that I will die of high blood pressure, that she should come and pick me from here. So I told him that I want to go back to my mom, that I'm pregnant, I should be with my mother, not with your brother that is not married.
Mm-hmm.
So he got angry. So I left. That day, my mom came the following morning and picked me. I went back home with my mom. From that day I left, they never
Mm-hmm.
contacted me again. So by then I'm already 6 months. So the next month I'm supposed to go for a visa interview, submit my do biometrics and everything. So he gave me money. He has already applied for it. He gave me money. I
Mm-hmm.
did it, came back. After the next month, I'm already 8 months pregnant. My visa came out. I was
Mm-hmm.
planning to come to UK. So I have to go and pack out all my things from my house. Being an 8 months pregnant, there's no way I can bring my things back home. I gave almost all of them to my neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Open my boxes of clothes, gave everything out. It's already 2 days to the day I'm going to the UK.
Mm-hmm.
A day to the day I'm going to travel from Abuja to UK, he told me that he's very sorry that we are not compatible, that this marriage, I should move ahead with my life, that this marriage is cancelled, and he has already cancelled the visa. God.
What happened? Did something
No,
happen?
no, nothing happened. Just
Just
that
like that.
when I went for the interview, uh, his cousin's brother that was carrying me around Abuja, that took me to the interview, helped me to book for my flight ticket back home. So we've already booked for the flight ticket online. So it's just for us to use my ATM card and paid for the flight ticket.
Who
So the
bought
guy,
your ticket to come to the UK?
he was the one that bought my ticket to come to the UK.
And he
But
now said that the marriage, he's canceling it, that he's not interested again, that you are not
yes,
compatible.
we are not compatible. That was his reason.
Okay.
That I don't want to obey him.
Is that the word he used? Obey.
Yes, I'm not
Okay.
humble.
Okay. Is it because you went out for a walk or because you went back to your mom's house?
I went back to my mom's house,
Okay. So let me pause
and
again. Let me just say something quickly about that word obey. Remember
yeah,
how we were talking a while ago with the farm about how the vows, those traditional wedding vows are problematic. Okay. One of the words that they use in those vows is to love and obey. And I think that word is a very manipulative and controlling word. I don't think anybody should be obeying when two adults decide to get married. Obedience shouldn't come into it. I don't know who wrote those wedding vows, but I'm telling you, young people who are here, if you are getting married, please write your own vows. Don't use those vows. Those ones that the traditional ones that people say obey. There's something very problematic about it. You shouldn't be obeying another person. You are an adult. Marriage is between two grown adults. Okay, and it's two people that complement each other. Not, you should respect one another, you should submit to one another, but there is no, oh, it's your children that obey you. Bible says children obey your parents. That's what it says, and I know that she's a Christian. So that word obedience is very, very problematic, my people. Okay, go ahead though.
I nearly died that day because I've lost everything. I only
Mm-hmm.
had two clothes with me because he said I'm not coming to UK with any clothes. I only had only two maternity wears. The one
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put on the day I'm going to Abuja and the one I'm going to wear the day I'm going to UK. Only two clothes. I've lost all my belongings, all my properties, I don't know where to start from. And I was already in my parents' house.
Hmm.
And all my neighbors who they've all knew that I'm traveling to UK. I cried. My mom called him. He said, and it was 2 weeks after my daddy's burial, we just came back home. My mom called him that as a widow, that how are you? You're going to ask her is to abandon her 8 months pregnant daughter. My mom was shedding tears, begging him. He said no, that he will call her back, he will get back to her. So I have to. My mom said that Mercy, your condition now is your condition now. If you don't control yourself, you might lose the baby, and your life is at stake. You are 8 months, and 8 months is dangerous. So you should forget about everything and think about the child in your womb. So I have to fight to survive. And moreover, I already have a cervical sacrilege. I'm already tied up. They've already tied the womb, and everything was happening. So I carried on. My mom was there. My family was there with me. My aunties always cheering me up till I gave birth.
So you gave birth to your baby in Nigeria?
Yes.
Okay.
None of them contacted me. None of them called me till I gave birth. He didn't give me any money, nothing, because already I had some money with me, my flight money from here to Abuja. So maybe he thought I have some. So I was managing that money till I gave birth. The day I was giving birth, I was shedding tears because the shame, the mockery from the neighbors, I became a laughing stock to everybody. So I gave birth. I called him that I've given birth. He didn't pick. The next day he called me, what is it? I told him I've given birth. He said, did I use operation? That was all. Did I use CS? I was shocked. Is that the first thing you will ask me? He said, no, he just wants to ask. I said, no, I just gave birth. I just had normal delivery. He said, okay, fine.
So that okay. In case you don't understand, yeah, why he was asking you that question. Operation to some people, when you have a baby by CS, you are not a woman, no. You not try reach. How dare you not push that baby through your VJ when other women are pushing their own? How dare you have CS? So if you don't know, that's why I was asking whether it was through normal VJ delivery or it was a cesarean section that you have. So he was happy that you pushed that baby with the big head out of your body. Okay.
So, and I started taking care of my baby alone. I became a single mother. I started being in Nigeria. I would just call him, and we need this, we need that. He will tell me that each money I will spend, I will give accounts of it, how I'm going to spend the money. To get money in UK is very hard. He can't be giving me money. I'll be eating chicken, I'll be eating this, I'll be eating that. That I should give accounts. I accepted because I needed money for me and my baby.
And now you are realizing that perhaps you should not have quit your job. Right?
Yes.
By now, you
Yeah.
know that you should not have left that job because
Yeah.
now he's made you lose your job. Nigeria is not a place you find a job easily,
Yeah.
except you are well connected.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, my darling.
So I started building myself, taking care of my child. Before you know it, 2 years have clocked. He came back. So he came back, he called me that he wanted to see me. So I took my baby to him to see the baby.
So after you gave birth and 2 years you were still in Nigeria.
Yes.
Was he
With
sending
only
you money regularly for
yes.
your upkeep for
Yes,
that
he
period?
was. Yeah,
Okay,
he was doing that.
right. So,
So I took the baby to see his father. We went there, he saw the baby, his family, they were all there. So he looked at the baby because the baby didn't know him. He touched the baby refused. So he asked for my forgiveness, that he's very sorry, pressure was on him. ex-wife refusing to sell the house. Everything was on him, so he took the blame on the depression. He took everything on me that he was
Shouldn't he have
sorry.
settled that before he will marry another wife? Don't you get out of a marriage completely before you go and marry another one? When you are still in the middle of a divorce and you have not settled, shared your property or whatever money or whatever you have together, why are you marrying another wife when you are not even out of one yet? And this is your third marriage. They take marriage swear for him.
So, Auntie B, I accepted because I'm already a single mother. My baby needed a father, and this man came back and apologized
I
and
understand. I
applied for a
understand.
visa immediately for me to move to the UK.
Mhm.
Before he applied for the visa, he said I should swear that if I move to the UK, that I will not put him in trouble. I will not disobey him. I will be a good wife. That the problem here is that when you bring Nigerian women to UK, they will just abandon you. He was telling me that. I said, no problem. I will be a good wife. I will not put you in trouble. He said,
What did
okay.
he say you should swear with Totumokbo or Bible?
No, he just said I should just swear. I just swear.
So you did. You swore.
Yeah, I did.
Wow. That's deep. Okay.
So so he begged me apply visa for me on one condition,
Mm-hmm.
that I will not come to UK with my son.
Hey. Mercy, how did that
And
make you feel? Your first child in
I
your
felt
life.
so bad, but he said that I'm coming to study, that I'm coming to UK to study, to go to school and study nursing.
Did you tell
That
him you wanted to become a nurse?
he said that my course won't be is not relevant in UK, that I won't get anything to do in UK with my course.
Okay.
So that I have to come to UK and do nursing, that nursing is paying very well in UK. So if I'm coming to study, I don't need a child. The child will be a distraction to me. That I should just keep the child in Nigeria. After my school, I will come back and pick my child.
Okay.
So
So
I
what did
was
you do?
like, I said, okay, since it's just to study and I will now come back and pick my child, I will be coming back home, visiting, holidays, I'll come back and see my child. And before you know it, 3 years will clock, I'll come and pick my child. He said, yes. He said, I will leave the child with his brother. I don't know that he was looking for a means to get hold of that child. So I accepted. Luckily for me, the immigration, they refused the visa.
Mm-hmm.
That the best interest of the child, there's no way I can leave a 2-year-old child in Nigeria and move to my husband. I
Mm-hmm.
moved to UK with my husband. So
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing he could do about it. He have to apply for British passport for the child
Mm-hmm.
and apply for the child. We apply for appeal and they granted my visa with me going with my child. I was so happy.
Mm-hmm.
So I moved to the UK with my
So
child.
so you were going to go without your baby for real?
And to be, I wanted to, my plan was, since I'm coming back after, said I'll be coming back home once in a year to see the child. And
Did you trust him again after everything that happened over the 2 years? Were you able to trust him to believe that whatever he told you was going to be what he would do or what he will
I,
allow you to do?
the only thing I told him, that I won't give my brother your child. My child will be with my mom. And my
Mm,
plan was, since I've not lived with this man since we got married, let me go
mm,
for once and live with him and know who I got married to.
mm,
That was
I
my.
understand. I understand.
We've never lived together as husband and wife. I
Yes, I
needed to live
understand.
with him and know the man I got married to.
Mm-hmm.
So if my child will be with my mom, when I settled, I will come and take the child, since it's just for me to go to school. And
Yeah,
I reasoned with it, there's no way I can carry a child to school.
yeah.
And
Okay.
he said he's also working and paying for child care and everything. It
Yeah,
will be too much. So I
yeah.
reasoned.
Yeah.
So
So I understand completely. Mercy. Let me tell you guys something. For those of you, please give this video a thumbs up. If you are enjoying, there are so many lessons we are drawing out from this story. Please thumbs up, thumbs up. Like it, yo, like this video. So you need to understand what this life is like for people who are single mothers in Nigeria. Don't forget that Mercy, if you think that Oh, maybe she was desperate to come abroad. Let me tell you something. She's already been shamed. She's been humiliated by that previous time that she was supposed to come to the UK when she couldn't come. She said that, she became a laughing stock. And you know how Nigerians are. We know how we are. Neighbors, they won't do it. They won't hide it to your face. They'll be telling you, see, first way say one go abroad, 90 days. So nothing they know will tell you. So I completely understand why she agreed with him. But you see what? And God is faithful to a truthful and honest person. You see, the immigration came through for her, even though she was at that point willing to say, okay, I will leave my child with my mother and come, since this is what you want. We've been married for over 2 years. I've never lived with this man. Don't forget, she's been raising the child alone as a single parent in Nigeria for 2 years. So don't be quick to judge, please. Until you've been in somebody's situation, you don't know. And you will do exactly the same thing if this is what the condition is given to bring you abroad. Because Nigeria no easy. Don't forget, she's not working now. Her dad is late. She's staying with her mom. Things are tight. And this is the man that is funding or sending money for her. So if she doesn't come, what's she gonna do? He will leave her there. So yeah, it's part of the plan. But I thank God that you're able to come with your son. So what happened when you got here?
So before I went to UK, he came to pick us. That was when I found out that there was another woman that is even younger than me.
He likes them young. He likes
I
them
was
youngie.
I was 6 years older than the girl.
Where is the woman? Here in Nigeria or in Nigeria?
Yeah, Nigeria.
Uh-huh.
So he has already gotten married to her.
Again,
Yes.
another marriage.
Yes.
This one for
So
this brother with marriage.
I didn't know. So when he came to pick us, one day, a day to the day we are moving to the UK, he told me that there's an emergency, that he won't be coming back. And the day he told me he's coming back to pick us was not the day he came back. He came back, he stayed 1 week somewhere else before I saw him. So when I saw him, I was like, he just lied to me that he went to finalize building materials for his house. That was why he have to do it. And if not, when he comes back here, things will be so difficult. This I accepted. 2 days to the day we are moving to the UK, he slept out that there is an emergency, that he won't be coming back home. Before then, I've found out already that I thought it was a girlfriend. I never knew that it was a wife.
Like he properly paid her bride price?
Yes. It was later when I moved to the UK that I started seeing things with my eyes. So when he slept out, when he came back, I have to confront him because it was too much on me. He accepted that it was a girlfriend. He went to say final goodbye to the girl. Now he's going to live with his wife. He wanted to have a clean record. There's no more girlfriend. So that was the last girlfriend. He went to say goodbye to her.
He went to kiss his last girlfriend goodbye.
Yes. I accepted. We left. We came to UK. This girl started tormenting me. Even when we will be in the bed in the midnight, the girl will call him and started telling him how she's missing having sex with him. Yes, Kerewa with him, that she's feeling lonely, this in my presence. And the man I got married, will not say, he will start telling, baby, I'm sorry for putting you in this condition in my presence. This thing continue happening. They make love call. Even when I was there, I have to call one of his brothers and report because I don't have any friend. There's nobody to talk to. I just moved into UK. I called one of the brothers. The brother said I shouldn't let anybody know about it, that he will talk to him.
Of course.
No, he didn't. This thing continue happening. And I asked him, what of the school? You said I'm going to go to school when I moved here. He told me that he doesn't have any plans for me, that he brought me here to help him, that he
You
has a
see?
lot of loans that he's
Mm-hmm.
owing in the bank, that
Mm-hmm.
will go and get a job so that we'll talk of how to pay the loans.
You see?
That
You see what I was saying? That if not the God that saved you, did not separate you from your child, is the immigration people that didn't give you that visa without your child. You see what I was saying? That he cannot be trusted because he has a history of not following through and lying. Okay? So when
yeah.
somebody has shown you who they are, my people, believe them. How we
So
not have loans? When he's marrying women every day in Nigeria, you think it's easy to marry? It takes money to marry. So all these women that he's accumulating like property not be money they say they marry for Igbo land. Abi, where did that one come from? The other one that he married now.
and to be,
Carry
I
on, my
started.
dear.
I moved here. It was winter. During winter, I don't have any sweater, any jacket. I don't have any mouth to beg. And
Mm-hmm.
moreover, being that I've never trusted him, I came with all my clothes from Nigeria. Even my soap, my cream, I bought everything I needed from Nigeria because I knew that this one might not help me when I moved here. Even
Mm-hmm.
my son's clothes, we came with everything. The only thing I didn't have was winter jacket and a sweater to cover up.
Mm-hmm.
He said I should go and check most of his clothes and see the one that will size me.
Mm-hmm.
I started wearing his clothes, his sweater, his jacket, his hoodies, and everything. My first period came out. I don't have any money. I've never seen pounds before.
Mm-hmm.
I went to him. He scratched his pocket, scratch, and brought out 10 pounds and said I should keep these 10 pounds whenever the period is coming out. I should use it and buy pad. I bought the first pad and kept. I finished £2 something. I can remember. I still have £5 left or so. The next month I have to use it. I started looking for job. He introduced me to one of his colleagues that will help me. Luckily for me, I got a job. Just 2 days before immediately I moved to the UK, I got a job.
Mm-hmm.
I needed someone that would give me reference. He said he doesn't have anybody. I have to call my place of work in Nigeria and people around. I have someone here that I knew already. The person gave me reference. I started working. When
Mm-hmm.
I started the month I started working, he called me that how many pounds will I be contributing every month
Mm-hmm.
now that I've gotten a job.
Mm-hmm.
That he brought me here to help him. That how much am I going to contribute?
Did he tell you the amount of loans that he has and the debts that he has? How much is owing the banks?
He didn't tell me, but he showed me. Sometimes he'll be showing me that he said 12,000 thereabouts. I don't know.
Okay.
Because he was building a house in Nigeria, so he was
So he's
taking
taking
loan.
loan to go and build house in Nigeria.
Yes, yeah.
I see. To
So
impress his new wife, no doubt.
yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I started working, and moreover, he's still cheating, having sex, having
Very well.
kerewa in front of me with the girl. Whenever I try to say anything about it, he will raise his hand to hit me. So whenever he wants to hit me, I will just move back. This thing
Mm-hmm.
continue happening. Sometimes he will push me out of the bed that I'm getting on his nerves. Sometimes he will tell me that he's getting tired of the marriage, that if I continue like this, that he will call the immigration to cancel my visa and deport me.
Mm-hmm.
So that day, one fateful day, I went to work. It was already June. I've started working in a month. I will give him 470. 70 is for him for the fuel for taking me to work, for being
Mm-hmm.
my driver to work, and 400 is my contribution. My salary is 800
Mm-hmm.
because I'm doing a flexible job due to childcare.
Mm-hmm.
I'll come back to work, take my son to school, do everything. He will just come back and sleep.
Mm-hmm.
When I complained, he said that's why he married a young girl.
Hey,
He married
young
me.
girls in Nigeria, Shengbo, you are a work
That
mule for old papa, for Mongo Park old papa to come and work. They are looking for you to come and work because they know they are getting older.
Yeah.
So
That he
was he
married,
working himself?
yes.
Mm-hmm.
That he married a young girl so that the girl would be doing everything in the house, taking care of him. That was why he married me. He didn't
Mm-hmm.
marry me to serve. And moreover, that I should remember that initially he never wanted a child,
Mm-hmm.
that I just got pregnant carelessly. And I told him that when you came to marry me, paid for my, you told me you wanted to marry me. I told you I needed a child. And we agreed that we'll have up to 2 to 3 children. You accepted.
Mm-hmm.
Now that this child is here, everything you are doing is you are not even interested about the child. You're not even interested about anything. I'll go to work. I work opposite to your shifts. I'll go to work. All you do is just to sleep, and you keep on telling me that you don't sleep in the night. You only sleep in daytime.
Was he working at night?
Yes, I'm also
Mm-hmm.
working at night too.
Okay, you are doing night shift as well.
Yeah, we are just doing swapping opposites.
Okay.
So this thing keep on happening. When I try to say anything, you try to hit me all the time. If I'm not
Mm-hmm.
moving out from you, would have damaged me or do something that will hurt me. One day, he was making calls, telling his brothers that, okay. Before then, I started calling pastors because the pressure and the abuse, verbal abuse, he would tell me, you are short, you are ugly, you are the worst mistake I made in my life.
Hmm.
Imagine, I don't even know if I was blind when I picked you.
Hmm.
Even I never wanted to marry you. It was my brother that convinced me. You look at your tummy. You don't even have shape. You are shapeless.
You
Eh,
don't have to repeat those words. Just say he used some negative words on you. Don't
yes,
repeat them. Yeah.
yes. So,
Hmm.
Auntie B, I was dying.
Hmm.
I was gradually dying, and the only friend I had then was the woman he introduced me to.
Did you
And
talk to your mom about all this when it was going on? Did you speak to your
no,
mother in Nigeria?
no. I then I've never opened mouth to. I can't tell them anything because they were happy that I'm in UK. They never knew what I was passing through.
Okay.
So, and moreover, he was hitting my son like he was pouring all the whole frustration on this boy.
Yeah, he
If
never wanted him.
a
Remember?
small mistake, you just hit this boy. The boy became afraid.
Mm-hmm.
So he hit him like one day he beat this boy that this boy fall sick, got sick.
Hmm.
So that was the day I opened up. I called that my colleague that look at what I'm passing through. I needed to
Mm-hmm.
talk to someone.
Mm-hmm.
That was on June. That my colleague said that she would talk to him, and my colleague told me that there's nothing they will say about it. Had even they knew me all before then they would have told me not to marry him. That he has already told them everything about me in their workplace.
So
Uh,
your colleague knows him.
yeah, they've been working together for 2 years before I came.
I see.
So they've already told him,
Oh, it's the
told
same place you and him work.
yes, we work in the same place.
Oh, I see.
They said they've already told them that he used me as points of discussion among them.
Okay.
That
What did
whatever
he tell
happened,
them about you?
that since I moved in here, it has been is when everything that happens in my house is in the workplace that he discussed about it. How stupid, how I'm just a baby mama. That the love of his life is in Nigeria.
Lobaton.
Hey, that is the girl that he's in love with.
Is that one is in love with now? He's no
Yeah.
longer in love with you. You that he was pursuing to marry because you didn't sleep with him.
Yeah.
He came
That's
to Nigeria and married you, but now he has another love of his life. After
yes.
marrying 3 times, this is the fourth one.
Yeah.
There must be a
That
medical name for that kind of illness. He's sick.
his plan, that he told them that his plan is to get all my money, collect everything from me and send me back home.
Mm-hmm.
So that they told me to remove my passport and remove everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I started removing my things. That was on June. I started removing that was on July already. First
Mm-hmm.
week of July, I came back, I was depressed because I lost my self-esteem. I can't even go to work. He has already discussed about me, how he left me when I was pregnant, everything
Mm-hmm.
in the workplace. He
Mm-hmm.
told them, I'm not a good person. But when you tell them that a thing, they will just be looking at you in a way that if someone that is living with you can disclose, say bad thing about you, that means that's how you are.
Mm-hmm.
So I, when I come to work, I will just, I don't know. I wanted to resign from the job. That day I came back to pick my son. I couldn't control my tears. The teacher was asking me what happened. If I open my mouth, tears will be just I told the teacher that it was a gossip I had in my workplace, my husband having a girlfriend, but it's not something serious. I came back. Before I came back, police is already in my house.
Mm-hmm.
They called
Yeah.
me, they saw you were crying. I told them, no, it was nothing, it was nothing.
Yeah,
I was
because
afraid.
the school teachers have a duty to report anything they find out, especially when it's a child in the family. They will
Yeah,
report it to social services, and social services will call police, so they will
yeah,
come to your house, and
yeah.
they
I
have
denied,
everybody's address.
yeah, I denied everything, Auntie B, because
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking that there is still hope.
Mm-hmm. You're still trying
So
to save the marriage.
yes, I
Mm-hmm.
denied everything. So that's next month, I called him that if you don't want the marriage again, if you don't want me, I'm not after you. Then I never knew that he's married to the girl. I was thinking it was just girlfriend.
Girlfriend. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I called him that month that he never knew that I've already had everything he said about me in the workplace. I called
Mm-hmm.
him that if you don't want me, let me know. I'll move. I'll just move on with my life. It's not
Mm-hmm.
a do or die affair.
Mm-hmm.
Marriage is not by force.
Mm-hmm.
It's as if I'm forcing you into the marriage. If you
Yeah.
don't want me again, let's be patient. Let my visa expired. I will just go, or I will just go and get a house and go with my son.
Mm-hmm.
He said, hey, and he pretend. He said he doesn't know what I'm talking about. He doesn't know. And moreover, I never knew that he hacked my phone. Then I've started
Mm-hmm.
talking to my friend here in UK, telling her what I'm passing through. So he's overhearing everything.
Okay, so
I've,
I want to just interject here. Thank you very
yeah,
much, Mercy. You are doing very well. Drink some water. We're going to try and summarize your story in the next 10-15 minutes. Okay, I know there's still a lot, but we'll try and summarize this. Just drink some water. Thank you very much. You're doing very well. Well done. So I just want to interject here to say that the first time she contacted me, she was saying, "Oh, Auntie B, I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you." And this was some months ago. And then she would disappear. One day she'll use another number to send me a message again. So I was confused. I don't even know who the person is because I get so many messages. I can't keep up with numbers, especially since my other phone broke. I used to save people's numbers. But now I literally don't have anybody's number now. And then she told me one day, she said, Auntie B, the reason why I cannot talk to you is because he bugged my phone, like he hacked my phone. So he reads my WhatsApp messages and my conversation, he will listen to it. If I send you a voice note, he will get it and all that. So I think that was a legit thing. Did he actually hack your phone? Did you find out eventually?
yeah, yeah, because I saw my contact list in his computer one day. He was operating the computer. I don't know what I did. My eyes just flashed there. It was all my list in my phone.
I
Even my
see.
Nigerian line was in his computer. I was like, is it? He removed it immediately. I pretended as if I didn't see anything.
Right.
So whatever thing I discussed with my girlfriend, he will tell his brothers. The brothers will call me that they don't want us to divorce. They want to make our marriage to work. That look at what he's complaining. That is the problem. That I'm sharing our problem with my friend.
But he shared your family problem, your marriage problem at work with Oyibo people.
I was like, how come he knows all these things that I'm saying? You understand? I don't know. So one day a family member called me, gave me advice. So I wanted to follow the advice. He knew, he find out. So
Hmm.
until I started like something is wrong somewhere. I thought there's a camera in the house because he knows everything I'm doing. Even
Mm-hmm.
the day I removed the passport, he knew.
Mm-hmm.
He said, oh, that imagine the idiot he's trying to get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to play smart on him.
Mm-hmm.
That don't worry, that he will do it in his own way, that
Yeah,
he will
that's the
delete me in
yeah, he
his
said he
own
would
way.
delete. Mm-hmm.
Yes, that he would delete me in his own way.
Were you
So
not scared when he said he would delete you in his own way? Were you not worried? Were you not scared for your safety then, Mercy, when he said that?
that was why I called you.
Okay, because at this point now you'd start watching Obodo TV and you are hearing
Yes,
other women's stories.
yes. That
Okay.
was when I called you. Okay. So, okay, before I called you, I have already accepted one day. It was too much on me. I called him that even if you want to make love with this girl, you should give me some respect. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? Not in my presence.
Yeah, don't do
He
it in my
said,
presence.
yes, he said I should know it from today that I have we are two.
Now he's polygamous.
That I
Oh
should
my
know it
God.
from today. It's no longer me that we are two. And to be, I cried.
Hmm.
I told him, what have I done? Where have I gone wrong?
Mm-hmm.
My 5 years with you has been hell.
Hmm.
I've lost everything I had. My salary, I gave you almost everything. And whenever when they pay me salary, the little savings I will have, I will use it to go and buy something for myself. You will get angry and you threaten to take the money away from me. That you will take all my salary away from me if I continue spending it on myself. Then your plan is for us to save money and build a duplex in Nigeria where we will live when you retired.
With which wife now will he live there now? Should there's one in Nigeria. There are
That
two
one is a
exits here.
commercial house.
It's for all of you.
That now he wants me to save money. I accepted, I foolishly accepted. So he said that he married the girl so that since I'm going to go back to school and
Hmm.
nobody will take care of him, and that he loved me so much, if I want every love, and let him tell me, oh, if I don't accept that girl, now that girl will train his child for me, and he will take that child away from me and send me back home.
Which child?
My
Your own
son,
son that he will
yes,
give it to his latest wife.
yes, and I should bear it in mind that the boy is a British.
Okay, now I'm convinced that this guy is insane, completely insane. He's a lunatic.
Yes.
Okay.
So I was afraid. That was why even when I called you, I said my main thing is to change my visa first.
Mm-hmm.
Visa. So he started threatening me. He would tell the brothers that he will start making fake calls as if he's calling home office. I became afraid. One day I called him, that's no problem, I've accepted the girl. He said, okay, I
So,
should sign agreements to show that
hmm.
I've accepted that girl as my code wife. I signed.
So did he write that agreement down?
Yeah, I'll forward it to you one day.
So he's breaking a lot of laws for obviously you didn't know this, okay, Mercy, because you are new in the UK. And that's why he's going to Nigeria to marry naive young women like you. Because he
Yeah,
cannot try that rubbish with even an 18-year-old girl here. He can't
yeah,
try it. They will lock him up and put him in jail for bigamy. Okay? So he's breaking so many laws already. And now we say this all the time here, and I'm just want to bring this out very, very important. If you are going through something like this, don't be afraid because of your paper. Don't be afraid when somebody is saying, I will send you back. They cannot. As long as the authority know, you will not go back. I keep saying it all the time. People don't say, hey, I'm staying because I'm waiting for my paper. You see that time that the police came to your house from the school, when the school teacher called the police and they came to your house? If you had
yeah,
told them what is going on, Mercy, you for don't free since. You would have been free since that time. They will take you away. If you tell them everything that is happening, they will help you to process your paper. They will take you to refuge. I know you're in refuge now, finally, because you didn't know. You see, information is power. Okay?
yeah,
Because you didn't know. Information is power. Don't be afraid. And I'm saying this to anybody that is watching this video out there, and you are in a situation like this where there is either emotional, physical, whatever kind of DV that you are going through. Don't worry about paper. See, these people, they're not go throw away you go Africa, or if you they go through the Vinad, it's the easiest way to get paper. I'm not going to say anybody should abuse it and say, or if somebody not do anything to you, not use them more because karma is real. But if you are genuinely going through it, no wait one day because you they wait for paper. Is the easiest way. This police, they not go send you go back. Even if na ordinary visa where they expire you have, they will help you because they understand vulnerability and what it means to protect people. So how you can't manage get your indefinite leave?
I contacted you and told you
Mm-hmm.
everything. By then, I've signed the agreement with the girl,
Mm-hmm.
accepted the girl. I was thinking that if I do that, there will be peace.
Yeah.
That was when the war started.
After you sign agreement.
Yeah, that was
So
when
the
I've
agreement
given.
save no save it no save you.
It was even the power that I gave him to do
Mm-hmm.
whatever thing he wanted to do. He
Mm-hmm.
started even, he will be doing it, praising the almighty girl. Even the girl will be begging him that, hey, what you are doing is not good.
Ah,
That
shebi
if I'm the
pension,
one.
pension where they take beat the king where they take beat that wife. If they there, they wait for him. Now him be the next one to come pay all those gbese wey he also. Now that you don't run away now, when you don't escape, thank God for your freedom. Now that one for Nigeria go come pay all those bills, all those gbese and bank loans wey he never pay now because I'm sure he hasn't paid them. Make you no worry.
He still even okay. He even when I signed it, he was at that month. He was so good to me. He said, "Okay, how far how are we going to buy the land? I should buy land. He will mortgage his house so that will be a mansion that will contain two of us, so that we will live in a separate, in a relaxed. Nobody will disturb each other." And TB, I accepted. I said, "Oh, I told him, okay, let me try and see if they will borrow me money in the bank."
You are going to take loan.
I took loan.
Hey, Mercy. You take
Yes.
loan. Egba. How much?
I tried. They said I can be able to take 12,000. So I said, okay, let me try. He said I should get 8,000. So
Mm-hmm.
I got 8,000. He said, okay, that I should give it to him so that he will. There are still things to do in the house that he's building. Instead of buying this land, let him finish the one he's building. He's owing people so that he will pay back the loan to me. He will pay me back. When he pay me back, I use it and buy the land. I said, okay, no problem. I gave him back the money. I never knew that he was rushing to finish that house so that the girl will
Can move
move in
in.
and see a
So
place to
you took
stay.
£8,000 and gave it to him,
Yes.
and he finished the house in Nigeria.
And the girl moved in. One day, the
Did
brother
you
told
tell
him
your
that,
mom any of this?
okay, before then, I've told my mom what I was passing through. My mom said, marriage is for better, for worse. That what will I do now? That there's not, I should manage, I should keep my tongue, I should not talk. It's when I talk that he will raise his hand on me, that I should just be obedient, I should just be humble, and so that if there's, I should overlook whatever thing he's doing and start building myself.
Okay, so okay, that's not very useful advice, but I understand our mothers are like that. It's everything to make your marriage work. That's their
Yeah.
generation. So we free them. We don't judge them too harshly because that's all they know. So he finished the house and moved the latest
Girl,
wife into it. How did that
yes.
make you feel?
I never knew. I was just coming up from the stairs. I overheard him making call. The brother told him that he has finished the house, furnished the room. He said, okay,
With
that
your
the
money,
with my money. He said the girl
with
should
your
move.
bese.
He said the wife, the lovely wife should move in now. The boy asked what of me. He said, no, that our marriage is has ended since now. That he's just waiting for him to convince me I'll come back home. He will dump me there and take his son. And to
So
be that
the pl-
day,
the plan was to return her back to Nigeria. You see what happened to that other? We had another Mercy. Incidentally, your name is Mercy. That one too, her name is Mercy. That they deported. Your story would have been like a story because she has 4 kids and she's still stranded in Nigeria. Now, is this same UK? They deported. This man took her to Nigeria, collected her passport, collected everything, took her children to give her his parents, and pushed her out till today. Thank God it's not your story. So, what did you do?
so I felt like the ground should open. The ground. So that day, I didn't know what to do. I felt used. Food. I was God. That was the day I called you. I went to buy a new phone. I called you
Mm,
because that day I've been deceived enough. And before then, okay, even before then, He has tried to hit me several times. So I was like, I'm not even saved. I've been fooled, I've been deceived, I've been manipulated, and even my own money,
Shadrach,
I
log
can't,
off the internet.
I can't even use my money on myself. I can't even send my family money. You said you are against me sending them money. All you wanted was even the money they are paying to my for my son's benefit. Everything is going back to you. We are giving you everything, still you are not happy. All you complain about is loan, that I'm richer than you, that even I'm 200 pounds richer than you. Will you compare my money with your money? You said, okay, I should, okay. Then I started saving because I needed to know what to do. So I called you, told me that they can give me indefinite, that that is an abuse. You were the one that told me that I never knew that I've been abused. You told me that I've been abused.
So you didn't even know before we
I
spoke. You
didn't.
didn't know that this was
I was
abuse.
thinking it's marriage problem, and I never knew. Nobody told me, even from my workplace, they never
Yeah.
told me. So you were the first person
Hmm.
that told me that. All I did was I contacted an immigration advisor. I browsed and found out that I still have hope of changing my visa to even a parent of a British child, because all I wanted was just to get a room, move out with my son. So contacted an immigration advisor that told me that yes, I can swap to British parents, but I have to move out first. So I started using the school. I told the school, I started open up. I went to the school and told them what I'm passing through. They told me it's an abuse. So the day the immigration advisor will start processing my case, she started asking me, what am I passing through? What happened? I told her what happened. She said, no, that is an abuse. That I don't need, I need to apply for conception, from conception to indefinite. That I don't need. Then I find out already that he hacked my phone. So I was not using my phone. I
Mm-hmm.
was using the school phone. I will go
Mm-hmm.
to the school, they will help me make the call and everything. He doesn't know what I was doing behind his back. The only one he knows was I'm always discussing with my friends. So
So
and he,
I wanted to say something quickly about that loan thing because I don't want it to be lost because I'm going to ask people to call in a few minutes. Once you summarize your story, Messi, Bele, I feel like giving you a hug. Ew, you have such a good heart. You see, you believed in the marriage, you wanted it to work, and that's why you came to the UK in less than 2 years. You are taking £8,000 loan to give to your husband because you thought you were building together.
yeah,
Okay, but there's a lot of unfortunately you didn't know that you were in an abusive marriage, but the history shows from the beginning how he's treated you from Nigeria to here, that he's not someone you can trust. He's a full-time mongo pack. In fact, he's a mongo pack extraordinary. So please, ladies, going to borrow money, eh or men borrowing money for somebody is not something you should take very lightly. Because unfortunately, how long ago was this loan that you took?
that was a few months ago. I can't remember, but I knew it was
Is
from
it up to a
September.
year?
No, I've not stayed here up to 2 years. I only stayed here for
You're
a year
even
and
lucky that they
5 months.
quickly gave you loans so quickly. It's because you started working. You were able to build your record, your credit under 2 years. You've been here, you've been in the UK for less
A year and
than,
5 months.
you've not
And
been
I
here for two
only
years.
Yeah, I only worked for 6 months before they gave me the loan.
You were able to build your credit very quickly, and the bank gave you 8,000. And you know
Yeah,
the funny thing? You have to pay that money. It's your
yeah.
debt. You know that now, right?
He's paying it
Is
because
he
I
paying
told
the
him he
loan
will
back?
pay. Yeah, I told him he
Is
will pay.
you sure he's paying it back?
Yeah, he find out that I've started asking people, knowing what is happening, so he became afraid.
So he's actually servicing the loan. He's paying the
Yeah,
bank back.
yeah,
Hmm. Are you sure? I advise you to go and check because it was in your name.
um,
Although if you
um,
took the loan in his address, He can spoil his credit in that address because credit goes with address in this country. So if he doesn't want his address to go to the dustbin, maybe he will pay it. Otherwise, that if he doesn't pay that loan, you can't pay it. Then that address is going to go to credit reference agency, and anything you apply for in that property, even mobile phone, you cannot get. That is how credit works in the UK. I hear in America that it's not address, that is people individual names that you use. But here it's address. Once your address is gone, it's gone. So please don't take loan for anybody. If it's something that you feel like you want to control, when your spouse is doing something and you can, and you have the money, save up to it. But loan is a no, 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 no. Check. I will advise you to go and check on that loan to see if he's actually paying it. Okay? Find out from the bank. Okay? Is it from the bank you took it, the loan?
Yeah, I have internet banking, so I'm seeing that he's paying it every month. I have online internet banking. Hello? Hello?
Mercy.
I am here.
Okay. Sorry, I got lost in a minute there. Did you take the loan? Was it from the bank?
Yeah, it's from the bank. I went. He's paying it. I've checked. I
Okay.
always check
Okay. All right.
because
That's
they
good.
told me that
Now,
if he didn't pay, I will pay.
okay. Now let's try and get to the final. What happened that made you leave now, and how did you get to where you are now? Because I know you're in the
Okay.
refuge now. Mm.
Okay. What happened was I came back. Okay, he started. My son got involved. So one day I was I overheard something. I was asking him. He was so mad. He pushed me out and my son out of his room. That we were the worst mistake he made in life. And my son was telling me, "Mommy, Daddy is angry." I said, "Yes." So after that time, he started making having Kerewa on phone just to get back on me, even in my son's presence, because he was just doing it even without knowing that the boy is there watching him.
Mm-hmm.
So I that day I told him that I can take everything you are doing to me. I can't take it when my son is getting involved. He said, "Yeah, the son is already corrupt. He's always touching my this thing, my private part. He's always doing this to me. He's always that. The boy that's already corrupted in Nigeria." I said, "A 3-year-old child?
So he
What does
said
he
your son was touching his cucumber.
Yes." I said, "What?" I said, boys, a boy can hug as he may be sitting down, a boy will climb on him. Daddy, daddy. He said the boy have already touched his cucumber. He started that the boy is no longer a kid. He started because then he is already afraid. He find out that the police has visited once. So, and the police said I shouldn't tell them that they came because of me, that I should use the boy. So he
Hmm.
became afraid.
How
So he
sick is
said,
this
no,
man? How sick is he?
he was too sick. He was mad. So he's continued telling the boy, my plan is to take you away from your mom. My plan is to take you away from your mom.
He was saying that to a 2-year-old, a two-year-old boy.
3-year-old boy, my son became afraid. My son will hold my hand and hold his hand and tell me, "Daddy, Mommy, I love two of you. But I need a family. I don't want you people to leave me." My son became traumatized.
Hmm.
One day, I came back. I was looking for my passport. I bought a car. He said I should buy a car that he would teach me how to drive. I bought the car. He started using the car as his own personal car.
You've done very well for yourself for somebody that just came to the UK. You bought a car without having a license, with a driver's license,
I've gotten a provisional license.
provisional. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know you can't drive alone with provisional, right?
Yes, I wanted to pay for an instructor. He said, "No, I should just buy a small car so that he will teach me. Then if I go for instructor within 2 weeks, I'm perfect."
So
I
he doesn't even
accepted.
have a car. This
He
Mongo
has
Park that is
he
marrying
has
wives up
a
and down.
no, he has a Porsche car. He backed it and started using my own.
Oh, I
No
see.
teaching. He was not teaching me anything.
Mm-hmm.
Every day he would tell me I should bring money for petrol. That petrol this, petrol that. I'm paying for insurance. I'm paying for tax. A car was not using.
Mm-hmm.
I told him I don't want to have the car again. I want to sell the car. He said I'm very selfish. That if I try it, I will never enter his car again. He started shouting that after spending all the whole money, he brought me here. I didn't even talk about how we'll pay back the loan he borrowed to bring me back to. He was mad. So the next day, I went to him. I told him I kept my passport. I'm looking for my passport photograph. I wanted to use it for. Then I got a new job. I wanted to quit for my old job because they've already know my history. So it
Mm-hmm.
was one gossip to another. So I got a job in NHS. So I told him I needed my passport.
You are such a blessed woman, Mercy.
I
Wow.
was I
The
was
things
very
that you were
fast.
able to do within a year and a half of coming to the UK, you got an NHS job.
Yes. Even
Wow.
two. I got one permanent and one bank.
You see
So
how this girl has so much light? She's got so much light. If only this Mongo Park knew.
So
Hmm.
I told him that I'm looking for my passport photograph. This man was mad. He pushed me like, hey, he pushed me to the staircase. I nearly scratched my body. I told him, you are going to hurt me if you continue pushing me. He said, if I don't move, that he will hurt me that day. He was so mad, I got afraid. I rushed to the school. I told the school what happened, that I'm going to move out. I can't stay there again. So the school called a social worker for me. They said I should move to the refuge. I refused. I said refused, and moreover, I just moved in. I've not mixed up with people. So I started thinking, how will I cope? And I'm still learning how to. I've never had any white friend before, apart from going to work, job, do my job, and come back home.
What do you need
So
white friends for?
being an African woman, eating food, and I was like, I told my social worker that no, that I want to get a room. I can pay
Okay, so
for a
you
room.
think going to the refuge means that you're going to be living with white people?
Yes, mixed people, living together
Mm.
with people. I've never done that before. And being
Mm-hmm.
someone that just moved on, I was naive. I don't know anything. The only thing I knew is that I got a job. I'm working. I'm coming back home to face my problem.
I mean, the kind of doors that were opening for you. You came to the UK in less than a year, 2 years. You got a job under 2 day, few days of coming here. You bought a car. You took a loan from a bank for £8,000 in your
Yeah,
name. You got two NHS job. My
yeah,
goodness, you are a blessed one. You carry so much favor.
yeah,
I am. You know how long it takes people to do all these things that you did under 2 years?
yeah.
Wow.
So that was what happened. I moved back. My social worker left me that day. That whenever I decide, I should let her know.
So
So I
they
moved
wanted to move you to refuge.
refuge.
You refused. You came back.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I came back to
You
face
still
my
came back.
problem.
You still wanted to
So
try the marriage.
after 2 days, he nearly deleted me. Almost deleted me that day with a
What
knife.
did he do?
I because I wanted to get an evidence because they said I should start gathering evidence. So I wrote a letter to my girlfriend that we will be saying opposite of the things I'm planning to do on phone. So I told my girlfriend that I would lie that I lost my job, the two job I got. That I wanted to know if actually this man hacked my phone. I wanted to be sure.
Hmm.
So I told my girlfriend, I cried. I just called my girlfriend, started forming cry that I've lost the job. I don't know what to do now, and I don't have any job. So the next day, I told him that please, he should just help me and take me to NHS. I need to go and do my ID verification. He told me, I thought you said you've lost your job. At TV. I was like, and that call, I didn't make that. I make that call so outside the house. He never knew he was not around. I told my girlfriend, have you seen? Number one evidence, I'm sure. Now I'm fully convinced that he hacked my phone. Then I've been having series of dreams of him divorce. We going for a divorce process. So that day, we were in the kitchen. He was cutting meat with a knife. So I was just washing plates. I was like, does it mean that this man is going to divorce me? I was just saying it within me. Oh. He said, okay, you want a divorce? I will give it to you. He started screaming. Before you know it, he has raised his knife. Look, Auntie B, I ran for my life. Mhm.
Bad enough.
That
You
day
got the
was the day
confirmation.
I
You
called
got the
my
confirmation.
social worker. I'm moving out. I don't want to die. I need to move. So he said, okay, even that day he told me, I will never renew your visa. You see, from today you are moving out of this house. He started screaming like a mad person. So if you want the divorce to move so faster, you should go to citizen advice. They will tell you what to do. I've had enough. I've endured enough. I'm even managing. You started vomiting everything, all his plans. And unfortunately, I was not with my phone to record it. So I went to the citizen advice that day. I met a man. I told him everything. He said I should go and pack my bag. I packed my bag that day, called Women's Aid, called my social worker. That was how I left. And he traveled to another place that day. He was not around. I left, I called him that I've gone. The only question he asked me was, have you packed all your things? I said, thank you. I offed my phone. He never contacted me. He never asked for his sum to today.
So it was when he attempted to delete you before you finally gave up on this disastrous
Yes.
marriage.
Yes.
I completely understand. You're a Nigerian woman after all. So, you know those words for better for worse until death do us parts. We take it literally, but you don't have to allow it get to that extent. What if you had deleted you? You will not be here to tell that story. So sometimes it's good for you to when you see the signs. But I understand completely why you wanted to try. It's not easy. So at the moment you are in a refuge now.
Yeah.
So the refuge is called shelter. What you guys call shelter in America is called the refuge here. They call it refuge here. So that's where you are now. So
Yeah.
why did you want to share your story, Mercy?
So I moved to the refuge. He sent a message to my home that I should come and sign a divorce for him. So my sister,
It's time to bring the next wife.
yes.
You didn't pay all
So
the gbese. It's time to bring the new one.
so my sister asked him, does it mean that everything I was saying is true? He said yes. So I told my social worker, look at what he said. So they said, okay, the next thing is to give me a legal aid that will start processing the divorce. So they started investigating because this my story was somehow complicating. In the refuge, they were like, is this kind of thing possible?
Yeah.
So they started investigating and find out there was no divorce. He didn't fight for anything. So they thought maybe I was lying and everything. So I never knew what they were doing at my back. Even till today, I don't want to know. So I called them since he never filed for any divorce and there's no need of me staying in the marriage. I have to move on with my life. So you people should tell me what's next to do to file for a divorce so that he will take care of his son. His son is 4 years now. Since we moved to the refuge, he has never contacted this boy, and this boy keep on running away. Even the police keep on. They have his pictures. They started investigating me, thinking that I'm the one making the boy to run away,
What
shouting,
do you
"Daddy,
mean that
daddy."
he's running away? Running away from where?
We will just go for shopping and he will just disappear and be shouting, "Daddy, daddy." I want to go back to my daddy.
So he's having
I'm
some
missing
behavior
home.
issues now.
Yes. So
That's
now,
what so that's what happens when you stay too
yeah,
long. When you stay in an abusive relationship, that's what happens. It impacts on the children, but you are lucky he's only 4 now. So whatever issues he's having now he can work with therapists and they can help you. The longer you stay, the more. This is a lesson for everybody that is listening. Please give this video a thumbs up. We got 1,600 people watching. Please, okay, give this video a thumbs up. I beg you guys. So this is a lesson for everybody that is listening. The longer you stay in a dysfunctional relationship, an abusive marriage, the more impact it has, negative impact it has on your children. Okay? So, is he having problems in school as well, your son?
So initially he was having problem, but he settled now. The only problem he's having now is me. But gradually he's settling because he started hitting me at all time, not
Mm-hmm.
listening to me.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever thing I said, he would tell me I want to go back to my daddy.
Mm-hmm.
So at a time I started screaming and it was too much on me. After everything I've passed through, my son is now talking as in turning back his back on me.
Because he
So
told him things, Messi. He's only a
yeah,
baby. That a 4-year-old is a baby. But
yeah,
that man because of his evil and manipulative way, has been feeding him things about you. Remember, he
yeah,
started telling him that he was going to take him away from you when he was 2.
yeah.
And a child's
When
mind
he
is
was
like a
3,
sponge. When he was
yeah,
like maybe 3 or whenever, since you came
yeah,
here, he's been telling him things. A child's brain is like a sponge, it soaks up things and they remember. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done, with that boy in terms of behavior, and hitting you is not acceptable. But you have to understand why he's lashing out. Okay,
yeah,
is as a result of what he has been through because of the time that you stayed in that marriage.
yeah,
We don't know the full story of what that man has done to him, because there's something you were saying about how he said that the boy is touching his cucumber. I don't
yeah,
fully understand that area. Well, I don't know what went on there for a child who is only 3 or 4 years old, for the father to be saying something that, oh, this one when you don't spoil finish. There's something sick about a statement like that. So
yes,
I don't fully know what he's done.
yeah.
But he definitely needs a lot of intervention, but he will be all right. Don't worry. He'll be all right.
So it's fine. So I've contacted my solicitor. They are handling my case for my divorce. I'm new. I don't know anything about divorce here. So
Mm,
now I want to share my story. I need advice on how to
mhm,
carry on. I don't know. I don't have the problem with me is that I didn't get any evidence with all these why things was happening. Whenever I
mm,
wanted to use my phone and record, he would just be good, sweet voice and calm. So I didn't get any evidence apart from the agreement we signed with
mhm.
the girl and the some money he transferred to the girl and the girl's picture. That's all I had. And I never knew all those why I was shouting because there was a day he threatened me with my son. I screamed. I told him if you take that boy, anybody that will take that boy away from me, I will kill myself and kill the person. So
Delete.
yeah, I will delete myself and delete. So that's if that day I did that, he smiled, he gave me a wicked smile. That day I knew that he has that thing on me. So I don't know how many things he maybe things he I don't know.
No, don't worry.
So
Don't worry about that. He's not contesting the
because
divorce, so there's no need for you to worry. Maybe
because
he
my
wants to divorce you.
no, he said now there's no he didn't apply for anything. He was using it to manipulate me so that I will come out from anywhere I am.
He wants you to come back.
No, he wants me to come and maybe he knows that he said that I will start going for court. From there, I will apply for divorce. So I don't know why he did that. I don't know why he lied. Because
Mm,
one of my colleagues told me that when this thing was happening, that my colleague told me that he said he would tell them you are mad, you are mentally unwell. So he will use it against you. And he's a mental health nurse.
I see.
So nobody will believe you. He told me nobody will believe you, Messi. You
It's a
have
lie.
to.
It's a lie. It's manipulation. Forget it, Messi. It's a lie. Don't worry. It's a lie. He lies. People will believe you. I believe you. I still have our message. You spoke to me months ago, so don't worry. It's a lie. All these things are manipulations, okay? Don't worry about having evidence or not having evidence, okay? That's not priority. You know what is priority? Is
No.
looking after yourself, looking after your son, getting, all the help that you need now so that you can settle very well, moving from the refuge when the time is right to your own flat, and just getting your life back together. Even the divorce is not priority. Okay?
Yeah.
Even the divorce is not priority. Are you still working?
No.
You're not working, okay? If you get a job, by the time you leave the refuge and you get a job, you will take care of yourself, you take care of your son. Don't worry about him looking after your son. You can look after your son. It's not priority now. Divorce for me is not priority. What is priority for you now is to make sure you've been through a lot. And I'm sharing my link now. If you have something to say to Mercy, please come into the studio and start sharing my link. It's in the comment section. Just please give DJ a thumbs up. Hmm? See, what is important now is that you don't even know the level. It will come to you later. It's going to take time, okay? Because don't forget that you just only realize that you've been in an abusive marriage. So you have a lot of healing to do. So don't worry about whether divorce or no divorce. There's a lot that you still need to heal and recover from all these years, because you're a young girl, you're a young lady, and you go into this very, very unfortunate marriage with a man who deceived you. And apparently he brought you here. This is what they called modern day slavery. He basically brought you here to work and earn money for him. So for me, I would say don't worry about the divorce. Nobody will believe. No, people will believe you. It's okay. It's not a case of I did it. You are not contesting anything. You are not fighting for any property. I know you say you want him to take care of his son, but even if he doesn't, you can take care of your son. Believe that, Mercy. Okay?
Yeah.
You can. UK is not like Nigeria where you say, oh, how will I pay school fees? How will I feed him? You will feed him. Schools are free here. You will go to primary school, secondary school free of charge. You will go to A levels. When it gets to university level, you will get student loan. So don't worry about that. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about that. That's not pursuing divorce now is not your priority. It's getting yourself, well, getting your son to be well because you've gone through a lot. All right? Okay. So I'm sharing my link in the comment section. I saw someone just now. What happened? Person has gone off. Yeah. Get yourself. Are they giving you therapy in the refuge where you are?
I I went for therapy. So they said they will give me behavioral cognitive CP something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
CPT.
because the way
Mm,
I'm behaving, my abuse affected my behavior, and moreover, being new in the country, um, their behavior and everything will be your own will be different, a little bit different.
mm,
So, which they after some months they wrote to me that they've assessed me and they didn't find anything that I've been discharged.
mhm.
So,
Okay. Are you registered with a GP at the moment?
yeah,
Okay. So you can still access. It might take a while, but you can access. You can get some therapy from your doctor. Okay.
yeah,
You can get therapy from your doctor. Don't worry about divorce. Don't worry about divorce. Divorce is he wants to bring the other woman. So if I were
yeah,
you, Sef, I would not even pursue the divorce. Let him divorce you. Shebi is the one that wants to marry somebody from Nigeria. Because if you go and file for divorce now, you are going to be the one that is paying. I know you are not paying because you got legal aid, but let
yeah.
him spend his money to divorce you. Because he's the one that has something at stake. He has another wife in Nigeria that he wants to bring. In fact, he's committed an offense. Okay, I'm taking calls now, but before I take my first caller, I just want to thank you, Mercy, for having the courage to speak up finally. I know me and you spoke months ago, and it's been a long time, but finally you are here to share your story, and I commend you. And I just want you to know something. You are a blessed woman, okay?
Thank
You are very, very blessed. There is a light in your life, and you will do so well in the UK. I'm telling you this now. I see it very clearly. You are going to be so successful in this country, you'll be saying, why was I crying over marriage? And just take this as, it's one of those things that happened. You went into it, you were naive, you didn't know any better, you were lied to, you were deceived. So don't worry, you will be okay. All right. So I just want to commend you for, having the bravery, because it's not easy. So people will still sit down there, even though they try to delete them, they still be trying to make it work. But I'm glad you finally had the courage to leave for yourself and for your son. But you will be all right. Thank you so much, my darling.
Thank you, Auntie B.
All right. Okay. So now you finish sharing your story. We said 1 hour, but we managed to do 1 hour, 30 minutes. That's fine. Let's just take some calls. If you have any advice, encouragement, Mercy wants to know what should she do next going forward. Haven't listened to her story. What do you have to say? And my first caller is Marian. Hello, Marian.
Hello, Auntie B.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
For some reason, I don't know why this. Can you guys hear her? Hi, Marian.
Hi, can you hear me?
I'm hearing some sound in the background. Marian?
Yes, I can
Okay,
hear
let
you,
me
Auntie
add
B.
Brother Patrick.
I can hear you,
Try
Auntie
again,
B.
Marian, because I'm not hearing you, unfortunately. Brother Patrick, good evening, sir.
Good evening, my sister.
Okay, if you can hear her, I'm not hearing her, there's a problem.
Thank you for
Okay, now
taking
Brother
my
Patrick is here
call.
again. I'm not hearing Brother Patrick. Lobaton.
You
Internet
can
has
hear me?
started, though. Okay, you're hearing her. Okay,
Can you hear
let me
me now?
join again with another phone. Okay, Brother Patrick.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Brother Patrick, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for taking my call, my sister. God bless you for the good job you are doing.
Thank you, sir.
So, Mary, I'm so sorry for what you have gone through. You know, you are very innocent. And that Mongo Park just used you. Like the sister B said, he said this is another form of slavery. I'm so mad right now with all what I had. So first thing, one thing I'm going to say to our Obodo family, I beg, no follow any man. I'm not saying you didn't marry a divorcee, but then you need to know the man. Is he a responsible man? Is he taking care of his children? We have children in America here that we know what we went through. We have children that are in university right now. I have one in university, one has graduated 4 years ago. Two are going to enter university. We know what we went through as parents. Is this man responsible? Because this man is not responsible to his children. When you come in, he's going to do the same thing to you. It's not easy to be a parent. I've had 2-3 jobs to take care of my family, even though I'm not doing that right now. But is this man responsible? The man that will not take care of his family here is building house in Nigeria, collecting loan from a woman. That's an irresponsible man. As to having another woman to live there and allow this lady to suffer. Look at the son now. That's very painful. Look at what the son, a young boy, what is going through. That's very painful. So our Bodo family, I'm not saying if you are divorced, you want to marry a divorced man, make sure you know everything about that man too. Like Sister B usually say, the passion way that they be the first wife, he did somewhere with the new wife. That will happen. And Mary, Mercy, I don't know anything about UK, but one thing I want you to do, please document everything. Document what has happened. Take time. Thank God you are learned. You went to school. Document what you have gone through. Please do that. Even if the loan you got is even an evidence, at least the man is paying it back. Yes. The man is exploiting you. You just go to UK and he's asking you to push you to get loan. The man is exploiting you. That's a big evidence. You have an evidence. God will be with you. You know, the Bible says that better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. He said the patient in spirit is better than pride in spirit. You will win this war. God will be with you and your son.
Amen.
Thank God you can go back to school. Just relax. Like Sister B said, go and take care of yourself first and your son. Make sure everybody is good. Leave the Mongo Park alone. It's not a serious man. He go soon go marry the fifth wife or whatever. Who cares? Yes, God will bless you. Thank you, Sister B, for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Brother Patrick. We always bring it 100%. We thank God for men like you, men with integrity, men with the fear of God, men who give a lot of women who've been through really traumatic marriages and relationships like this hope that not all Nigerian men are like that, or not all men are like that. Thank you, Brother Patrick. God bless you, sir. We really, really appreciate you on this platform. We never take you for granted. You know, you are a beacon of hope for a lot of people, and the way you always speak the truth, backing it up with the word of God, it gives us a lot of encouragement. Thank you, sir. Neye, you are next.
Good evening, Auntie B.
Hi, you're welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, Obodo Farm. So I think I just want to say two things to Mercy. God is just with you. I mean, just like you were saying, Auntie B, her story, what she has been able to achieve, is just like the whole universe telling her, "We got your back."
Mm-hmm.
Really, we have your back.
Mm-hmm.
Those things that seem to be so difficult,
Mm-hmm.
she was able to achieve so much. She's not rich, but she's able to make her way to a level that she can be content. And it's at this point that I want to tell her that she should have no fear. She should have no fear, even with respect to the child, whether the man turns his back, because the man is more of a liability than an asset. She doesn't need him. She should not be scared about fending for the child. She will be taken care of. She will be able to make her way. That's my own advice to her. I mean, I'm so happy that she has taken the first step towards getting out of this entanglement. 5 years is not a joke. It's not a joke, really. So I appreciate her strength, and God will continue to work wonders in her life. Now, there were
Amen.
so many learnings you were bringing out during the course of the story,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, no need to overflog them.
Mm.
I just think that one thing that I just have an aversion to, and I am me. n- Nobody has to have the same view, but we ladies just have to become increasingly suspicious of abroad marriages.
Mm-hmm. I wish you can
We
go and
just
tell them at TVC to
we
tell
just
Nigerian women who are in Nigeria.
honestly, the dating scene has changed. We're now at a point that even your parents can't really advise you, because the challenges you are facing are different from what they had when they were
Yeah.
dating.
Mm-hmm.
And these stories, I have a number of stories like this that are very close to me, and I've seen firsthand how, I mean, even dating someone within the same city is difficult enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult enough. Talk more of someone that you don't know really, you have not lived with. And of course, is it in Africa that you want to tell your parents, "Oh, let me go and stay with him for 3 months abroad"? They're
Mm-hmm.
the first. They're the first ones that would actually shun you and no, we don't do that here. But
Mm-hmm.
the dating scene requires that now. It's very different. It's very different, and I just hope that people would be able to either take precautions, because life abroad is different from, I mean, you can paint anything with words. All this phone communication, anything can be painted, any picture can be painted with words, but you have to have some sort of close proximity to be able to check and see, okay, what you can observe, is it tying in with what you've heard? There are so many stories like this. They come to the US, come to the UK, and then see that, oh, it's just wash. It's
What you
just
thought is completely
yeah.
different. The picture that you were painted.
I say what I ordered versus what I received. It's
Oh
sad. It's sad,
dear.
and it
Mm.
becomes I mean, when all those contracts are signed, marriage, you've wedded, you've done this thing, and then in this case, in fact, even in one of the cases I know, she even got pregnant. The more ties you have, the more difficult it is
Difficult, yeah.
mentally
She's even
to
lucky she
even
didn't get pregnant again when she came. Thank God the man
exactly.
was busy doing phone kerewa with the new wife in Nigeria.
I mean, so and then the last thing I just so that's that for me. And then the last thing I just felt that men have a lot of there are some men that have a lot of guts, like a lot of belief in what they believe they can do and get away with it. And family would then support and enable you. Because you won't tell me that his family don't know of this litany of girls
Of
that he's
course.
just stringing along,
They know.
getting married to, discarding, divorce, and then you really can't call him to order.
No, no.
Men have the
Because maybe
position.
he's the breadwinner in their family,
Mhm,
so everybody
mhm,
bows to him. Who would dare
mhm.
tell him what to do? He's not a
Yeah,
boy. We are talking of a man that is almost 60 years old. So
that's true.
he's not
But
a young man.
I mean, it's very sad if a human being, anyone, when you're put in a position where you're not held accountable to anyone, it's a really bad place to be in, because you would have your freedom, yes. You're accountable to no one, yes. Nobody's telling you what to do, yes. But there is this support system that helps in breeding accountability. When there are some things you will not do simply because, oh, how would my senior brother take it? How would the people I respect in my life take this thing I'm doing? You understand this? You understand?
They,
There's
they are the
nobody
same.
to
They are the
eh,
same. What makes us believe that the family is any different from him? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. How do we know that all his brothers are not Mongo Parks too? Because he was going to
well,
go and live with one of them. And he's a single man and he agreed that a pregnant woman should come and live with him. So we are assuming that the family knows any better or they are not Mongo Parks like him. Most times they are all in cohorts. They are in it together. And they have the same lifestyle, the same values, the same beliefs.
then the water started muddying up from somewhere.
Mm.
It started from somewhere. That lack of accountability, it started from somewhere. I mean, men just feel like they can really just get away with a lot, and they have a system that just enables and keeps quiet, and things like this just keep on going. That's why a 50 something year old man, really just believe that he can get somebody in a modern day slavery kind of way
Mm.
overseas, give you the course of study, and then even try to make sure your child doesn't come with you.
Everything he told her was a lie.
It's just, I mean,
Everything he told her she was going to come here and go to school. She was even asking, "What about the school?" He said, "No, I brought you here to pay bills with me.
you can imagine.
I borrowed money." So Korea is saying something now that I just want to tell her to sign, not to sign the divorce paper. She should make it very hard for him and the next wife, and she should refund the money back to her before signing the papers. What do you say to that? Eh?
Well, this kind of guy, does he have the intention really to bring the next wife
Oh
to
yes, he does.
UK or
Oh yeah,
US?
he's looking for a young woman to pay off his loans. Yes, he does.
Because I just feel like this kind of guy, if he gets too much for him, he would really just want to run back to Nigeria and just stay there and even leave those loans unpaid. There are
It's
many
easy
of
to
them
run to
in
Nigeria.
Nigeria,
It's easy
but there are
when you
many
run
of
to
them.
Nigeria, you run back.
Well, if he really sets up stuff for himself, I mean, Nigeria is quite lawless, and getting people extradited is not really that easy. There are a number of people that go to abroad, give birth, rack up bills in the hospital, run back home. There are many people that just run and never intend to go out again. They just manage with whatever they have and stay in the country. This guy is
Anyway,
sick.
mm-hmm. Yeah, you got that
Nothing
right.
is
He is sick.
beyond him.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what he was doing to I mean, look at the kind of conversation around he and that child. I mean, what kind of mess?
Yeah, that's
What
something
type of
that it is
mess
only a
is that?
therapist that will be able to dig and unpick that
Unravel that.
situation. There's something there. There's a reason why this boy is running back to that Mongo Park of a father. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't know. Even Messi doesn't know yet what's there, but there's something there. I assure you.
Auntie B, thank you for
Thank you, Naye. I appreciate you,
taking
my
my call.
darling. Yeah, thank you. Right. Marian, you are up next. What do you have to say to Mercy? She's here. She's listening to you. Where are you joining us from?
Hi, I'm joining you from the US.
Welcome, my darling. What do you have to say?
I have to say I agree completely with you about what the father said about the boy touching him. It's very disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
It's extremely disturbing. It sounds to me like, when people are guilty of something, they like to project and put the blame on other people. That's what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand how a 3-year-old boy can't. I just don't understand. He's either giving himself away or he feels guilty and he's trying to confess in a sick way. The man sounds like a complete narcissist to me. Mercy, I would advise you to sit your child down and, if possible, ask him if there's anything more to that story about what his father said.
It's 4 years old.
He's 4 years old, I know, but in,
Yeah.
in, in an age appropriate way, ask him, did the father do anything
I
to
don't
him?
think it's gonna tell her. It won't tell her. Do you know why? He's angry with Mercy at the moment. Okay?
Yes, but
He
yes.
blames her for removing him from the father. That's why he's hitting and lashing out to her. So she's not the right person to get that information from him.
No,
She won't get it.
I absolutely agree. But if she can find a way to get that from either a profession, somebody to
Yeah.
talk to the boy, because
Somebody will get it, but I don't think it's Messi because
it's messy.
that boy at the moment is not liking Messi at all
Right, right.
because of how you know how it is now when you brainwash somebody and you prepped them and put information. He's a child. He's 4 years old. So all the information he has in his mind and whatever else is done to him now makes Mercy look as she's the enemy now. She's the devil who took him
Yeah,
away from his father.
yeah.
Okay? We don't know what he told him. We don't
That's true.
know.
That's true. But children, as you said, he's a child and he's going to grow older. So I'm just saying she should keep it in the back of her mind that she should have somebody should have that conversation with the boy sometime soon. That's all I'm trying to say. And I have a second point to make about some of these African men abroad. Auntie B, they haven't prospered financially. And I'm sending this message to all the young African women. Never consider a man who is not doing well for himself financially or hasn't prospered financially. I know it's selfish and they might call you gold digger or whatever. But when a man is not financially comfortable or he's not in a good place or he doesn't look back on his own life and admire his own abilities, you understand, he hasn't built anything for himself. This is the result. He's now saying you are 200 pounds richer than him. I couldn't believe that. Every little thing you bring in is going to be a competition for a man like that. So as much as possible, when we're picking men, they should be at least in a place where he's financially successful, where your financial comfort is not a threat to him. It's hard. And when I was in my 20s, it used to be that, oh, I was told, oh, you are gold digging this and that. But now that I'm in my 30s, I tell myself that it's going to be something that I'm not going to compromise. The man has to be financially stable. He has to have his own thing. He has to be his own person. Otherwise, Auntie B, it's going to be a nightmare, especially for some of these African men. It's going to be a nightmare for you, the woman, if the man doesn't have his own thing. So
Yeah.
interesting show. Mercy, you've done very well. Keep trying. God is with you. God is on your side. It seems like you have a very good heart
Mm-hmm.
and things are going to work out for you and your son. So
Amen.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you, Marian. I appreciate your contribution, my darling. God bless you. So I'll just say this quickly before I bring on my next caller. Ross, you are the next one. I always do it by the first person that comes in is the first person that goes. I just go with according to how people come into the studio. So what Marian said there about how people need to look at the prospect of people who come from Africa In Nigeria, Junior, you took it from my mouth. In Nigeria, everybody that comes from abroad is rich. People don't understand. To the average Nigerian girl, everybody that comes from abroad is a millionaire. You guys don't understand. So when people are going to Nigeria, they will go and buy shining things. They'll buy new clothes, buy new shoes, make themselves look good, have a new haircut. All the watch they've not won, they've never won before. They have one, they will reserve, cap, whatever. We bring out the best when we go to Nigeria. So it is very difficult for people in Nigeria to actually believe that you are struggling. So somebody in Nigeria, a young girl, impressionable, even though she was 30 or 30 something when she met him, she doesn't know, except you've been coming abroad. To the average Nigerian person, every African in the diaspora is a millionaire. Okay? And that is why we need a lot of education. I'm thinking that, okay, I don't know who's going to do this, but we need to tell people who have never come abroad before that, anyway, even if you tell them, they don't believe. They don't believe. And I like what you're saying, my sister, unapologetic me. When you take £1,000 and you change it, do you know how much that gives you? I want to do a quick. What is the exchange rate today, my people? Somebody tell me what the exchange rate. I'm gonna do it by 760. So let's say 1,000 times 760. Do you know how much that is? That is 760,000 naira. That's almost 1 million naira. Okay? So if I take £1,000 will not do a lot for me here. Okay, 737. Okay, I'm even doing it with, okay, let me do it with 7. You people are saying 737. 737. Yeah, it's still the same. It's about 700,000. That's 737. Do you know what that is? I can live in a hotel. I will live a very, very. It will seem as if I am Monjaye Orimi Pelusiga SM. I will be balling. So if I have a few £1,000 and I go to Nigeria, I'm a big woman. Never mind that this money is borrowed, though. Like this uncle now that is only basic, that is owing money up and down, that is looking for people to pay for him. The average Nigerian person sees you as, oh, you come from obodooyinbo, you are dressed in shining clothes, you are staying in a hotel, you stay in a nice place, you are rich. So it's difficult. At the end of the day, Lorira, you borrowed the money. You took a loan. Or when you finish spending that money, you know that when you come back, you're going to be doing double shift to make up that money. So it will take some time to convince people in Nigeria that it's not everybody that is even able to pay their bills comfortably in the diaspora. Okay, let's move on. Mercy is still here. She's still listening. And thanks to everybody that is in the studio. Ross, you are next. Where are you joining us from and
Hello,
what do you have to say?
hello,
Hi.
Auntie B. Hello, Auntie B. Can you
Hi.
hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Hi. Good evening. I'm calling from London,
Thank
from
you.
the UK. You see, the first thing I want to say is just commend this woman. Just commend how brave, how hardworking, how virtuous, how how talented, how gifted, how she's got good karma, she's got good grace, she's
Yeah.
got I've got nothing but appreciation for her.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly, I'll be very honest with you. I find advising younger generation, I know that's how you do your show, but I also want us to bear in mind that there's a human being, facing difficult situation in our midst. She knows she's made certain mistakes, but you know so has so many other people. So let's give it to her for pulling herself up, for pulling through, for even picking a phone within the first 2 years of being abroad and knowing where to come to for help. A lot
Yeah, we
of
do. Yeah,
women
we do.
in the UK
Mm-hmm.
do not even know how to get help in the first 5 years or 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
I find something really critical in what she said about not even realizing she's being abused.
Yeah.
That is deep. That
Yeah.
is very deep because
Mm-hmm.
it's now become a norm. the norm for women to be treated in a certain way in Nigeria. And you know that last caller, I was just nodding to myself that, you see, here's the thing: the cultural difference in Nigeria and in the UK
Mm-hmm.
are totally different. It's a
Oh yeah.
total ball game. So
Yeah.
for a woman, for you women, maybe that lady has been abroad for many years. She doesn't know the reality of a woman in their 20s or in their 30s, and the current realities in Nigeria. Although I've not been in like 16 years, but I know everyone wants to jackpot.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
jackpot means
It's
travel abroad.
considered a blessing when somebody
It's
from
considered
abroad comes to marry you. You are
exactly.
blessed.
It's considered a
Abroad
blessing,
man wants to marry you.
and
Ha.
people don't talk this talk, and but anyway, where I would really like the conversation to go, my own contribution is just to
Mm-hmm.
encourage this woman, say she's got grace, she's got she's really an admirable, she's done impressively well for herself. Who in the first 2 years of being abroad can even get a loan? What juju did she do that they gave
In
her
fact,
8K loan?
if I had a
8K
brother
loan.
that is single, I'm going to help this Mercy to divorce that man and marry her because this girl has so much grace. I
Yes,
see it.
she
Hmm.
got a job within the first few days. Who does that? She even was able to change jobs, but
She bought
here's
a
the thing.
car. She doesn't even
She
have
bought a car.
license. I know people
She
that
bought
have
a
license 5 years.
she,
They've not
she,
bought car.
she bought a car for the
She had a
Mongo Park.
provisional. She had
She
a
bought
provisional and she
she
already
bought
bought a car.
so really, I really want to encourage her. The honest truth is, I don't have advice for how to go from here, but I just
Mhm.
want her to own that strength that God has
Oh
given her.
yeah. Oh
Get
no,
out
that's
there,
advice.
get
That is
out
that
there,
is a
get
very
a
good
job.
advice.
Get a
Mhm.
job. I think I was arguing with somebody on the comment section that brought in a story about some child that was hitting the mother, and 24 years later the child is still hitting the mother. I don't think we should bring negative stories to
I didn't even
people
see that.
that are live on the
I
show.
didn't
So
see that.
I said, what's the relevance
Mm.
of that? We
Yeah.
know that something might have happened to that child. So I
Yeah.
agree with people saying let's seek therapy, but at the end of the day, we take that Yoruba saying that says you remove the load, or African saying you remove the pressing load at the top first.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the pressing thing is accommodation for them, easing back into work, getting, and then get therapy. Don't underestimate what that child might have heard or might have been done to that child in the
Mm-hmm.
absence of the mother. But all I've got for this woman, honestly, is just admiration. Admiration. How were you able to be giving somebody £400 with childcare? Eh?
You are talking of 400. She
With
gave the Mongo Park 8,000 pounds.
I know, but I know that bit, but I'm still saying that she did so well for herself, and
Let's see.
she
That's
should
a soap.
applaud
You need to tell
herself.
us that soap you are using that you
Yeah,
used to get that loan within 1.5 years of coming to UK. Bank gave you 8,000
she,
pounds. We need that soap.
she
Mercy.
should applaud herself, but unfortunately people in Nigeria would not take the lessons from this
They won't
program or
even believe.
from this
No, they
lady.
won't believe us.
Everyone wants to, like, I can come abroad and pick money on top of the
Ross,
tree or on
if I
top
go
of
to
the street.
Nigeria and I shout at the top of my lungs and I hold a microphone, they would say, "You, this woman, there's something wrong with you. You must be mad. So
Auntie
you live in
B,
abroad and you want to tell us not to come." They
that's
will
what I
start
was just
smiling
gonna
for
say.
me. Are you kidding?
Auntie B, when I even tell relatives that, sorry, I can't help you with so and so, that I have my own life, they'll be, that if I had something substantial in Nigeria, I would have moved back. They go, you are there and you are telling us about not coming. You want to start relocating at 40 something? For what? For
let me
what?
let me tell
For
you
what?
something, Ross. I was watching a movie, sisters, what they call them, blood sister. I was watching, and this man, one of the characters, said he worked in the Chicago. The man was forming American accent, and so once the security man in the hotel asked him, "Oga, this way they talk like this, so you don't live for yonder before, you don't live for obodooyinbo before." He said, "I worked in the Chicago PD for 20 years. And I decided to come back." Now the security man asked and say, "Oga, You come back to where? He said, I came back to Nigeria because, believe it or not, I was missing Nigeria. You know what the security man, he started laughing.
I think I know that movie. Is a
I laughed too because to
yeah.
him, the man seems like a crazy person who will leave America to come to Nigeria because you are missing Nigeria. Are you mad? Why are you missing Nigeria? What is in Nigeria you forgot? So
You're
yeah.
right. The honest truth is every society has their own demons, and
Mhm.
the ones in the UK, they wear suit and tie and even speak Fune,
Oh
but
yeah.
people in Nigeria that have not experienced it don't know what we're talking about. And abuse most times are disguised. Look at this guy. But anyway, I want to keep it very short and simple. Well done. Please pick yourself up. That energy that you came with, I think I heard a bit where she must have said she's not working at the moment. Please
Yeah.
get back to work. Get
Yeah.
back to work with that energy, please. Get back, get help for your child. I wouldn't necessarily see a child hitting the mother as maybe abuse. Maybe there's something else,
No, the
you know.
child is reacting to something.
And to be,
Warning
but
child.
there
Yeah.
might also be sen, there might also be special needs
Oh
involved.
yes.
So we
Oh
need to,
yes. Oh
I just
yes.
don't want to
There's
say that,
something
but
that's yeah. There's something
yes.
going on there that even is a professional that will unpick it and get to the
Exactly.
bottom.
So
Yeah.
talk to the school about it.
Mm,
Try and get that child some help. But
yeah.
let's not compound the emotional trauma that Mercy is going through. She's a very strong woman to even talk about these things. At times, it takes people 20 years, 30 years. They can't even talk.
Yeah.
So, but well done. Please pick yourself up. Don't stop working. Try and get back into work. The UK is for everyone. If you can work hard, you can succeed. This land is the land of opportunity. But don't let any Mongo pack come and reset you back to. And please, one thing I want to say, please don't meet with him. Don't stay away from this guy. Just don't let him know where you are. Keep your, because somebody like that can really hurt you.
Yeah.
But well done, well done.
Thank
I'm
you.
clapping for you. I'm really rooting for you for how well you've done and the kind of woman you are. But please get out there with that same energy. you know, s- Go back to work and just pick
Thank you.
yourself up, and don't think
I'm
about
serious.
men or
Mm,
that particular man for the next few years, please.
yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
have a
you.
good one. Auntie B, as always,
Uh,
thank you very
Thank
much.
you, my darling. I appreciate your contribution. You've spoken very well. So, the lesson from what Ross has said, Mercy, you are still listening, right? Don't keep quiet, though. You are from Nigeria, and Nigerians have a habit of keeping everything hush hush. Now, but Oyibo, you dey now. Oyibo no get secrets. If they get head, they go to tell you. If their leg, they pain them. If anything happen to them, they tell them. Now you make them, they fit survive. So you see that your picking behavior, what Ross is saying, you need to tell the school, okay? So that they go investigate. Even the school can get him help, okay? So that if it not just be something that has to do with the experience of, the trauma and the abuse that the boy grew up in the first, short, 4 years of his life. If it's something else, because sometimes children when get, maybe you won't understand what she meant by SEN. So that's children with special educational needs. They can quickly get to the root of it, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to hide. It happens. Okay, whatever it is, they need to investigate. So tell the school, tell the teacher. No hide them saying, "Now what did this boy they do?" Don't try to protect to say I'm protecting him by not telling the teacher. They can get help for him in school. I did one of my placements as a social worker in training back then in a school. And I remember vividly that the work we were doing in the school was helping children who are from deprived background, and we're helping them in building confidence. That was when I knew that, when you come from very, there are some background that children come from that they lose confidence. They don't have confidence. They will be the last person to raise their hand in class, even if they know the answer because of what is happening at home. A lot of what happens at home affects the child performance. It affects the child's behavior, attitude, and everything. When you see a child that's bright, happy, confident, they are able to speak their mind, they are able to play, form friendship, the home is good. Okay, but when the home is not good, it affects the child more. So no quiet, I beg. Okay, so thank you so much for that advice. Was was priceless. Princess, you are next. Princess O.
Oh, hello.
Hi. Where are
Hello.
you joining us from?
I'm joining you from United Kingdom. Can you hear me very well?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I didn't even know. Good evening, Obodo family. Actually, I don't know if I should say it's the second time I'm joining you guys, and it's so lovely. And I want to say thank you for this program because even myself, I'm really, really learning from this. And I joined late tonight, but I heard something
Sir,
about.
sorry, Princess. Can let me interrupt you. I'm really sorry, but I need to address this. Wisdom speaks. Please be very, very careful. Don't let me block you. Okay? I work in social services, and don't bring your stereotypes about social services or social work into here. So we are trying to advise her to get help for her child, and you are busy saying that she should be very careful not to allow social services to place her child in children's mental health list. What's that even? What does that mean? Why are you saying something like this? What mental health list is that? What do you mean by that? Why do you people say things like this? This is why you keep quiet about situations that you speak about and get help until it deteriorates. What list are you talking about? When a child has behavior issues, so she should keep it quiet, Abby, because there's a mental health list for children. Don't bring your ignorance here. I will block you. I beg. I don't want to quarrel with anybody this night, though. Don't just bring nonsense to this platform when you don't know. Then seek to find answers. Don't bring your naivety and your stupidity. I beg. Sorry, princess.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I joined late, but I could hear the lady talking about the area I heard was what can she do about what the man, and with the kid. So what I would say is because the situation sounds similar to mine, and in my own case, I'm this quiet type, or uh, let me just say, kind of person that keep things to herself. And it's actually because of my background, because of how I was brought up, because I went through a lot. So he made me be the type that keep quiet.
Mm-hmm.
So when I met this guy, I could see it really that something is wrong. But because of the stupid Nigerian mentality, I'm sorry if it's not allowed. I mean, if I'm not allowed to use such word, because I call it stupid mentality. Because in Nigeria they'll be like, you can't do this, you can't do that. Even if a man or husband do this, then that you have to be quiet, you have to be managed, you have to that all those rubbish words, and you have to honor your husband, you have to do this. And it's not like I'm not illiterate. I went to school, I have my certificate and everything, but I just have
Yeah.
this mentality of respecting, men as in guys. And I don't disrespect them. But when I met this one, I'm like, okay, I don't want to go into business of men issue or something. But because I
Mm-hmm.
could see that he's older than me, like 10 years,
Yeah.
and I believe that he would have experience and all that, not knowing that I was going into another another
The second
professional
second
mad.
missionary journey.
Exactly. So
You went
I
into a
I
second
actually
missionary
ran,
journey.
but anyway, I'm telling you, but let me just put it back to this area that when it got to the area of pregnancy, I'm like, okay, because of my age is going, blah, 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 all those. I don't listen to people, but it got to a stage that I had to sit down. I'm like, okay, my age now, people are even calling me, lesbian, all these stupid words.
Was it in the
Maybe she's
diaspora this was
lesbian.
happening? In the
Yeah,
UK here?
maybe. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she's lesbian. Maybe that's why she's not going out with friends. With I mean, she doesn't have anybody to go out with and all that. Not knowing that I have my own reasons. But I just
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
decided because I'm like, okay, I want my own kids. Okay, let me just manage this guy. I'm not even after his money or whatever I want to become because I trust myself and I know myself. But I tried to manage I was into all these things for like 4 or 5 years. And this guy was doing all these things. He was not interested. He was not involved with the guy, with my child. He was not involved with me. He was giving me a lot of emotional trauma. He even wanted me to give him my baby's certificate for him to be
So
taking the benefit. And I'm like, I said no, but thank God, I know I did in fact, a silly mistake from beginning, believing that is my man is, my husband, all those mentality of is the head. He can, when if he have the money, he will take care of us. I allowed him to put his name on the birth certificate because I really don't know much about the whole thing here then. But he
So,
used
Princess,
some of
what do you
my
want to say to? I know you want to share your own, but this is about Messi. What do
okay,
you? What are
sorry.
you
But what
bringing
I'm
out
trying to
of
say,
this for Messi?
okay, what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say here is that when the whole thing, I couldn't speak out, and it got to a stage that I spoke with a counselor, and the counselor was telling me that, okay, you need to speak out, tell us what is happening. I was still afraid because he was telling me some things like, if you do this, they will give him the child. And because of the name of mentioning my child's name couldn't make me speak out. But when I was able to speak out, I had to cry in my closet because I couldn't even speak to anybody because it sounded like shame and people are like making fun. So what I did was I was able to pray in my own closed doors. I spoke with the counselor. They got me a lawyer. And all these things wasn't something I did on my own. I couldn't do it. So when they got me the lawyer was telling me that, look, all this thing you said was just mouth saying that I don't have proofs. And the funny thing is, some text messages that I got, I showed it to them. They were like, this is not enough. And I'm like, what is this? In fact, my enemy was going crazy. And then I said, okay, you know what? This is it. I can't do anything again. Then I have to go back into my own closed door. I use my woman power, like, okay, God, you created me. You created this boy, and I've been a good girl. You said I should be a good girl. I've tried to be this, I've tried to be that. And this is the situation now. You have to bring me out of this whole thing. I am sorry to say this. I use my nakedness and I use his word, which says in the book of Isaiah 41, it says there that present your case, says the Lord. So I presented all my case. The case I couldn't present in front of all the solicitors or lawyer or whoever, I was able to write them down. I listed them out to him. And I looked for places in the Bible where he solved some other people's problems. And I used his word to him. And I said, if truly, I know he's God and he's there. If truly is the one that he should sort this whole thing out. But to my surprise, within like a day or 2 days after, the solicitor called me and said, okay, this thing have to go this way and this way. Do you want us to go ahead with it? But they are not telling me that this whole thing is going to be positive or
So
something. I said, just go
yeah.
ahead.
So
And they
what
went
you are
ahead.
saying in summary, because of time, yeah,
Yeah.
Princess, you are saying that when you couldn't get this thing done legally, or get your story and everything
It
because
was
of
done legally at the end of the day.
yeah, but you prayed and God
Yeah.
intervened.
Yeah.
Is that
God
what you are saying to
intervened.
Messi?
Yes. What
Okay,
I'm
so
saying is
she.
because a lot of people will say different things, but God knows more. He knows the inside,
So she
the
should
whole thing
pray.
that the lawyer couldn't understand, that nobody believes. God believes it. He knows where it will come out. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I don't know if it's a
Okay.
Muslim or Christians, whichever one is just you should just go to God because He has
In
done His
prayers.
best and leave the rest to God.
All right.
And
Thank
God
you very
sought the whole
much.
thing for me. And at the end of the day, even the government, they are helping my son and I at the moment as I'm talking to you.
Okay.
They even
Thank you
take
very
us
much.
far away from him in a way, to a place he will not even be able to locate us. Because where they put us before, he tried to even locate us again, and they still help us. So what I'm just trying to say is that you should not be quiet. You should be careful not to talk to the wrong people. You should talk to the right people and put it to God. That's
Okay.
what I would say.
Thank you so much, Princess. It took you a while to get there. I usually like people to go straight to the point about the person that we're talking about, but I understand why you were going round and round because you were trying to infer from your own experience of going through, something that was also a very traumatic relationship. And congratulations and thanks for sharing that. So what I took from what you said is that your own case seems like it was hopeless and it wasn't going the way you wanted, and you couldn't get them to listen, but when you took the case to God, he intervened. So Mercy, that's another point for you. Go to God in prayers. There is nothing God cannot do. And I agree with that completely. What God cannot do does not exist. So, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, I think you are out of the woods. Like, for me, the worst is over for you. I don't know. I have so much, my heart is lighter now that she's out of that house. The worst that could happen have happened. She's out there now. She's left the house. The Mongo Park is not going to have opportunity to delete her. So, uh-uh. It can only get better for you, Messi. I know that. Shima, you are next. Where are you joining us from, and what do you have to say?
Hi, Miss B. Good evening. So I'm joining from Lagos, and thank you for giving me, the opportunity. Thank you for all you're doing. I'll just try and make it brief
Thank
and
you,
go
my
straight to
darling.
the
How is
point.
Lagos?
Very well. So, Miss Mercy, I mean, I listened to your story, and I must actually congratulate you and thank God on your behalf that like Auntie B has said, the worst is over. You are out. You
Mm-hmm.
are out of that situation. I know you narrated your story within I think 1 hour 30 minutes, but
Mm-hmm.
that is the situation you've been in for 5 years. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I heard when you said you had to stomach even seeing and watching, your husband getting involved with other ladies, and there was nothing you could do. I mean, I can only imagine the emotional trauma you went through. So I want to encourage you, that um, number one, seeking help, which is what you're trying to do, is the first step. It shows that you're strong in your heart, in your mind, and you want to even make the best out of your situation. But I want to assure you, and that lines are falling into pleasant places for you.
Amen.
I
Amen.
also want to speak on the whole spiritual go on the spiritual angle with this, because a man that has multiple partners, multiple career partners, and
Mm.
he seems like he's just changing them like his underwear. I want to have. I have a feeling that there's something spiritual going on, which she also needs. Mercy needs to be very prayerful, to rid herself of anything that may I say may, I'm not sure, but anything that may have been going on with her just because she
Mm-hmm.
has been involved with him,
Mm-hmm.
and also speak to the ladies that when I know, when we meet a guy and he tells us the nice things, it's quick for us to fall in love and all that, but let's do our due diligence, especially when you've been married before.
Mm-hmm.
Find out the issues. Try, there will always be somebody that knows somebody that knows the first wife or the second wife or the previous girlfriend, because
Mm-hmm.
it is by getting to know that stories, and not only relying on what he tells you, because when you ask him, okay, and what happened, he might tell you from his own angle or even lie and hide things. But when you get to hear from the other person, it will help you to, number one, make your decision. And even if you still want to go ahead, at least you know what you are going into, and you can, just package yourself and be prepared. So that's just what I want to say. And um, I pray she'll be able to get all the help and advice she needs on this call. And I wish her all the best. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. Thank you, Shima. Please call again. I always like people calling from Nigeria and everywhere in Africa. Thank you so much. Eko ni baje o. Help us to say hello to all the beautiful people in Lagos, Nigeria. I miss Nigeria. Thank you so much, Shima. I appreciate you. So somebody was asking, Alina, you're asking about, her getting accommodation. So what the good thing about going into the refuge is like going into shelter in America, okay? It's not comfortable, it's not the best thing because you have to share, a house with other women who are also fleeing from DV. But the good thing is that when you are living there, how many of you remember Ella? How many of you remember Ella that shared her story with us last summer? Okay, I think I need to bring Ella to come and give a testimony of how she's doing now. She's doing so well. When Ella came on this show about a year ago, she's hurt her ankle. She couldn't work. She was crying. The husband was busy spending all his time with his best friend and not caring for her and everything. Ella and David, you guys remember her? Ella is a madam now. Ella is madam. She came to our Christmas party. I tried to lift the baby, her baby, that the baby who went to London Bridge with. I couldn't carry that boy. Now she's fed him so much that I cannot leave the boy. I say, Ella, I beg, what do you they give this pikin chop? The boy is like a man. He's so heavy. I couldn't carry him again. Ella is doing so well. So Ella was in refuge. So all of you who are not in the UK, don't worry about Mercy. Accommodation is a given, okay? Because she's in a refuge, and that's why we always encourage women to get out using the systems that are in place, like going into refuge, going into shelter, because from there you have a lot of support. Now she has access to legal aid already. So now accommodation is going to be next. They will help her to apply to housing and she'll start bidding. It might take a while, but she will definitely get a minimum of 2-bedroom flats. Okay? Ella has a flat now. I say Ella is a boss now. I need to bring Ella back. Ella needs to come back to come and tell us that Ella is a boss. She has a business. She's got her flat. I was telling her the other day, I said, Ella, when are you coming to cook afang for me? She was laughing, she said, Auntie B. So she will have accommodation. That's not a problem. Yeah. Ella is doing very, very well now. So we thank God. Mercy will be okay in terms of accommodation. That's not a problem at all. It's not a problem by the grace of God.
Yeah.
The UK is good like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you are in shelter or you are in refuge, they will sort you out with accommodation.
I would rather share toilet and be alive.
George, are you with us? Are they hear another matter for your background though?
Oh, sorry.
Are you here with us?
I was trying to finish up. Well, good afternoon, good evening.
You're welcome, my darling. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay.
So, I don't even have anything to say to Mercy concerning the guy and all that. I'm just here to encourage her with the fact she was able to achieve a whole lot in the space of 1 year and 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
That alone is a feat. So many people even coming with raw cash can't even achieve what she achieved.
Oh, yeah.
She achieved all that under pressure. Then imagine what she will do when she's properly settled. So kudos to you, Mercy. Like you have done things and achieved more than what you could even imagine. So when we say there's this thing we say in Igbo, when you say ofen kupu, that her problem is as easy as putting dishing out food. Her case is settled. That's just all I can say to her. Her case is fully settled.
Oh yes, and she doesn't have any problem. She's okay. She doesn't just know it yet. She's okay.
Yeah, she is all settled, so she should calm down. The child, everything is a phase. He will pass. See a therapist. The boy is just a child. Thank God he's pretty young, because children are they will suck in and taking information, as you said. With time, everything will just be better. So kudos to you, irrespective of what had happened in the past. You're still a survivor. Take it or leave it. Kudos once again.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you so much, my darling George. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining and giving your 2 cents. Encouraging our darling Mercy. Mercy, don't worry. Don't worry. You are a blessed child. You are a blessed child. After we finish all this plenty talk, that soap, you still need to cut it for me, whether you like it or not. I want that soap. Abby, you're welcome, Ebele. How are you, my darling?
Auntie B, good evening, ma. Good afternoon, everyone. Obodo fam,
Welcome.
North America. Mercy, good evening. And first of all, please, let me speak it in. I beg, if you not check, you will see something that look like a hand. You know when you do thumbs up with your hand. There's one image.
I don't tire.
There's one image that look like that, like say you they give person thumbs up. Just click and now free. They're not they pay for.
And you know something, Ebele.
Ma.
You see, yesterday I did here the yellow good farm. I don't know what I do for this platform. Not be me, me I get power. Who be me? I beg I don't get any power, and God get power. Look, when I don't know what I do, say. Mercy tell me say the man, this Mongo Power they talk about, see and they watch Obodo Ibo TV. Now that time can't go hack. Say, hey, now you go get information.
Make sure, yes. Yeah,
Now your eye won't open. I bring you
yes,
come UK, your eye won't open.
yes, yes.
After
That's
she don't watch one show, she can't see say she can't see another person. That's how they, that last year they bring people back to back to back to back.
yeah.
If you see the way, make we even talk about how she did strategize. Mercy is a very smart and intelligent girl.
Mm-hmm.
She's naive. She made a lot of
Mm,
mistakes because of her
mm,
naivety coming from Nigeria. But
yeah.
this girl gets sense. Where they say
Mm,
he says complete. He gets sense. She arranged herself where because
mm,
of if they watch Obodoyibo TV, they get all the information. She don't get indefinite leave, oh.
mm-hmm.
You know what it be indefinite leave? Now
Like
permanent
it's like
residence.
permanent residence.
Oh
Yes,
yes. Now what
yes.
it they call indefinite leave. So you know get dates, they expire.
Wow.
She arrange herself. First of all, she come out her passport for her. She do so many things where we say, and I'm just saying this to say that when on a call and you give, advice,
Mm.
somebody is listening out there and they are
And it's helping.
strategizing
Yes.
because of the advice that you are giving here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're right, Auntie. Be like, for me, I'm not married. Needless to say, me and my mom will watch you a lot. So sometimes, even when I was in the car driving, and when you were saying, African women, they will advise, it's their time, that's their advice. I just touch her, I say, Mommy, you there, yeah? She said, no. Again, where I go reach, I say, okay.
Now because she did Obodoyibo, if na Nigeria, she no go get that kind of
She still
awareness.
gets more of that mentality.
I
Because when I
know
do
you
my
don't take
gaga,
it away from them.
when I do my own, go say, I go do, Mario. But anyways, please, you people should click on the like button, that thumbs up. Let's like the page. Let's support Auntie B.
Thank
It's a
you.
good thing she's doing. Auntie B, good job you're doing.
Thank
Mercy,
you.
God is your strength. So what I know you came and purposely, the last thing you had said was you needed advice, especially because you were putting in for a divorce. You needed advice. I never married, so I can't advise you on how divorce was. Too, I live in Canada, so I don't know how UK system works. But what I would
Yeah.
like to advise you in your current situation, and I think Auntie B, sorry, I'm just talking fast so that people can, because I have a couple of points, so that I think Auntie B had mentioned that you shouldn't be thinking of divorce now, and somebody also mentioned too about that. So I will say, put a short-term plan, long-term plan. What is your short-term plan? Thank God Auntie B just mentioned you've gotten your papers. Okay. I know that there was a caller. I don't know if it's the airline because Auntie B, I just joined the research. So I used to go back and watch your back-to-back videos. There was a lady too that called. She was in the UK. She married one man that she said that she met in Nigeria then in December, that she too, she was a yopi girl. She too went through this process and then she was in shelter. She said she got a lot of therapy for herself and her child, that the system really helped her. So I don't know if you can connect her with that lady. But what I would like to say, one,
So
Mercy.
the way it works in this country, in the UK, thank God she's in the UK, so I have all the information and we can help her. That's not a problem. That's why I say it's your gede. What's in Yoruba they call it your gede. She don't get wahala. Honestly, she don't get stressed because we are here for her, and we're gonna support her. The way it works is that it depends on the area where you live. Okay. So because boroughs now with the gas, now they get state for America, we for
Yeah.
here now boroughs with the get. That's what they call boroughs. So it
Okay.
depends on the borough, but all of them have support.
Okay.
You see the problem that we have, our people know they agree. They know they agree tap, they know they agree talk, they hide.
Yes.
They don't tap that,
Yes.
the support
Yes.
that is out
Yes.
there. But
Yes.
Mercy is a very smart girl. She's
Yes.
so intelligent.
Yes. So she'll be able to. So Mercy, what I would say, have a short-term plan, then have a mid-term plan. So part of your short-term plan is one, if in the system there where you guys are in the refuge, if they are going to give therapy, get for yourself, get for your son. Let them start working on him. That's one. Two, if you can get a part-time job, because I know you are a smart girl, okay? Get a part-time job so that you can just, one, is to start building your network, meeting people, making friends, and even leaving the house. It will take a lot of like depression or whatever away from you. That's why I say part-time. I didn't say full-time. So it will take some pressure, off of you. Then you start making some small money. Three, you
So
now
they will
want.
give her some benefit because she's in shelter and she's in refuge, but she cannot. I don't think she can walk there from
Oh, she
there.
cannot work. Okay. If you cannot work, that's fine. But what I will say is another plan again, this your short term, is start looking for. I know, I don't know in the area you were working in. I know you said you had a good job in Nigeria. So, for example, let's say you were working in the bank. Now, even though you said, oh, you wanted to go to school, going to school now, might incur a lot of maybe student loans, and it's a lot. And you can't be going to, it's not easy to go to school and take care of your son. So short-term plan is, since you are not working, this is the time when, if you are busy, you are if you are bored, just go and do that. Okay, business analyst certificate. So what I'm trying to say is, this is the time, start looking at what career path do I
Yeah.
want to go into now.
Training
You don't
and
need to
getting certification.
register. You don't need to register now. Now it's just time to gather information. So what I'm trying to say, because abroad is all abroad, it doesn't matter where you are, is planning. If you plan, you will save money. If you don't plan, you will just be throwing money everywhere. You won't know what to do, and people will tell you different information. It's good to get information, but you will now sit down and say, okay, God, which part am I going? So why am I saying the short-term plan? Google and see. Again, like I said, I don't know your background information. Let's say, for example, you were working in bank or you were in business. You can do like business analyst. There's a new certificate called Scrum Master. It's like project management. All those things, you can get certificate. It's not much money. I don't know how it works in, again, like I live in Canada, so I don't know how, but I know it might not be too much. Pata maybe £800, £1,000. Compared to, say, you want to go and do a whole degree again, like, £20, £15,000. Do you understand? If you now decide now to say, okay, no, it's nothing I want to go to, but you, before you make that decision, you have to really make sure, say, nah, what I won't go do. You understand? So you now know. But again, like I said, there are a lot of professional certificate that you can quickly do with your Nigerian degree and with your experience. And again, one thing with abroad, say, once you, again, because this is live show, but maybe you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm going to say something, but reading between the line what I'm going to say now. There's a way you go take pad your resume, which is CV. And as you take talk for interview, then they go take you. You understand? So one, short-term plan, get therapy, get for your son. If they're going to give you free at the shelter, you are make use of all those opportunities. While you are doing that, start looking for what is my career path. Certificate program, it will be easier for you to do. If you know that you can absorb it and you want to start now, do it. If you know, okay, give myself 6 months, or you don't already know the career path where you want to go, and this certificate, in 6 months time, start it. You understand? Then the next plan, that mid-term plan, I would say, since Auntie B say you have your permanent residence, is, if it's possible, I don't know how your family situation is, maybe your mom, you get her a visitor's visa, maybe she can come. I know it at least maybe 6 months, maybe to come and be staying with your son. Then you now get at least mid-term plan we're looking at is another maybe a year plus, a year or 2 years from now. She comes, so that by the time you get a full-time job, or if you are going to school, whichever, she can be taking care of your son. You need that family system, and you need somebody too that will be encouraging you, that loves you, that has your interest. You understand? In regards to the divorce, I don't really know much about, but right now,
it's okay. It's okay. Divorce is not priority. Which
it's
divorce?
not
Let him
priority.
go and do the divorce. Now, who fight for divorce, they pay.
Exactly.
Why are you going to waste your legal aid on divorce? I beg. Let him go and divorce you. Shebi na him won't marry another wife. I beg.
Exactly. So then one thing I want to say about divorce, sorry, Auntie B, just let me, I will round up now. One thing I want to say about the divorce is that somebody had mentioned too, that make sure if he's the one that is going to file the papers, he is going to be pressuring you to sign. So make him sign that loan. You understand? That loan that you took for him, make him sign. I don't know how you people, if they are going to, if you can go to the bank and let them transfer it under his name or whatever, then that will be your term and your negotiation term to sign any divorce. You understand?
Right.
So that will be a pressure. And then the last thing I want to say, like everybody say, pray, but I want to leave you with.
Ebele, yeah, we've run out of time. I'm going to move to the next person now. Thank you very much for your contribution. I know you want her to pray. She will pray. And I'm sure God has heard her already. But because of time, we've done over 2 hours already. So we're going to move because I still got people in the studio. So thank you so much, Ebele. Yemolad. Hello. I don't think I've seen this name before. Where are you calling from? Yemolad. Can you hear me? I'm hearing Yemolado. Okay. Adama.
Hey, sister. Good evening. Good
Hey,
evening.
you are a regular caller since you don't matter now. You are calling, oh. You are
Well,
not calling
yeah,
regularly, oh.
Well, yeah, you know, especially if I can help whoever has called into your show. So you know
You're
what? Please,
welcome. I'm
thank
glad
you
to
for your
have you.
platform.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you for your platform. I mean, I'm so happy that Mercy came across your channel and she's plugged in, and that has kind of like helped her along, you know, part of the way. And she's actually had that courage to actually, you know, reach out to you, speak to you. And Mercy, I want to thank you for having the courage to pull out from your situation. And it's
Mm,
just lovely to know that, you know, that you've been able to get into refuge, you've got your indefinite stay. But what I want to say to you is, please don't be, I mean, don't worry about child support. You can raise your child on your own. I'm a single parent. I raised my daughter by myself. She's 18 now. I raised her from nursery school to primary school to private boarding school, so you can do it. So that's the least of your problems. You can do it. And also, just for you to know as well, that I mean, sometimes with child support, you know, if you do try and claim it, then it's like you're going to be attached to that man, and it's just I'm concerned with the interaction that he has with your, you know, with your son. So I'm just, it's not worth the stress, it's not worth the hassle. So you know, you can do it on your own. You've only got one child, you know, basically. And then again, even in terms of you know, the divorce, don't focus on that now. Just focus on yourself, your child, and getting your accommodation. So you know, well done to you, really, honestly, well done to you. And you know, so, you know, rather than think about doing a degree course, we have free online courses. There are free courses even on the UK government website. That, you know, they're even giving out free apprenticeships. Because if you were to go into a degree course now, you're looking at about £20,000 a year. So, you know, that's something I wouldn't advise you to jump into straight away. But, you know, we've got free courses on the UK government website and even like on Skillshare. So those are things that you can use, you know, to, help yourself forward, you know, once you're settled accommodation wise. And Cicely, you know, I remember Ella, you know, Ella's situation was similar. Remember we met up with her, London Bridge. Are you there, Cicely? Oh, she's gone.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. So, I mean, look at Ella's case. I mean, look at how she's thrived as well. So I mean, the same will happen with Mercy as well. I'm just happy that she's on
Mm-hmm.
the right track. She's in refuge, so it can
Mm-hmm.
only just get better from there. And maybe
Mm-hmm.
at some point, you know, ask your GP if you can have counselling. You know, at least, you know, just be able to, you know, talk your issues out and just forward. But I mean, thank God for you and your son. You know, you're doing well. You know, and it can only get better. You know, you're in a good place now. That's what I'll say. So thanks, sis. Yeah, thank you
Thank
for
you so
sharing.
much, Adama.
Yeah,
Appreciate you, my
take
sister.
care,
God
Mercy. All
bless
right then.
you. All right. Bye bye. Thank you. This is Amoye's Corner. Tell More tell
Oh,
Amoye's Corner.
oh,
Tell
oh,
Ware tell.
oh,
They
wow.
were looking for you yesterday. Where is Amoye? Where is Amoye? I say Amoye is making money.
In fact, how you say no? You're always in the spirit. I say, that big jasty, one jasty baje. Yeah, I did a replay. I replayed the whole video yesterday. It
I
was
saw your comments.
amazing.
I saw your
Oh my
comments.
god. Yeah. Ablation room, carry go, nothing do you. Now we day, yeah. It's
She
some
said she
love.
don't want to end the show with me because now my head they always end the show with me. No one feel as if they take out my head place. I laugh tired. Say, oh my head is not even like that. She don't
At
mind.
all. I'm so glad, and I enjoyed her comments too. All the time when Blooming Room don't show, Sister B, man, see wisdom, see knowledge.
Blooming Room now the new investigative journalist
In
what we get for
fact,
this
I
platform.
bow.
She take her time to study Yulidochi and his situation. She
I'm
can't give us
telling you.
I don't need to do investigation as she they do for us
Now,
now.
in fact, just assign us a Blooming Room
Blooming
investigation
saying
time.
they studying patterns. Say patterns, they inform us a lot about people behavior. So she studied patterns and say, wow, I'm impressed.
Wow. But
You know what?
not true though, because when you see now you have one pikin take grow, now you take know the kind hand when go get the kind
Yeah.
parents when, but yeah,
I
she's
said,
right though.
BO tell us say we get timber and caliber people for this platform. You don't believe now saying that timber and
That
caliber.
this one pass timber and caliber. We go add another tree join am o. Which other tree they were strong? Iroko, I been a palm wine tree. Oh,
Oh my dears.
oh my
Mm.
goodness. Everybody when don't contribute for this messy matter. They don't talk everything, they don't exhaust everything. Me, I just can't give her kudos. The girl is strong, Sister B. she's very young, but she get that courage
She get
inside her.
and she get oil for her
She get
head.
all year
The girl
for
get she get oil.
her.
When Nigerian people say you get
Hey,
oil dey her head. She
less
self don't
than
even know say she get
2 years, this
oil for
girl
head.
don't achieve things. Man, Mercy.
You
Like,
cannot be like America. Oh. UK, it's not easy to break through for this country like that.
ooh,
I dey shock. You dey just dey get not be she just dey not be my mind. You just dey get jobs everywhere. I say
she
who say
fit
you
collect
come?
loan of 8K, I be 10K, 10,000 pounds. I be na 12.
8,000. He said 8,000. He said they even approve 12. The man can't tell her make take 8. Under 2 years when you arrive.
In fact, all year dey her head though. I
She get
beg.
oil for head.
She just need to focus on herself and her son. Her son is gonna be all right. He's gonna be all right. Now, thank God say na small pikin. Of course, make all the help when they need. Make they collect all the help. Help not dey too much. But I believe say the boy go dey okay. That I don't even want to talk about the man. I want to focus on Mercy's strength. Mercy, you're a very strong person. And all year dey your head. If you not know before, I beg, know now. Say all year dey your head. And if I right now not even think about man or no man, right now you need to focus on yourself. Build on that oil that you have. Use and run your own life so that you go fit achieve much more. Everybody wey don't give you advice today, I hope so you don't dey write am down. They make notes, Nothing will happen to you when never happen to people before. Everybody gets story, but I happy say you come out of that place with your head, your hand, your eye, everything intact, nothing missing. Okay, and now only you can't thank God say you can't get sense. Now only one now you born. That one when you born, so just focus, take care
Not
of
be
farm.
God.
Now
Not be God.
God,
You
my
see why
sister.
God no make am even born another one again. Wait for be another wahala for that
I'm
situation.
telling you.
Hmm.
If they drag pikin for here, they drag pikin for here, carry for here. I just thank God. I said, the
If
year has.
na 2 children, she for no come out. She go say who go marry me.
Of course, now the man go don't tire. She go they tied down there. She go they deal with all that man is. Sorry, man, that man is. He wear agbada Satan. Now he wear. The man he carry devil, swallow devil. I'm telling you, that man not be human being, not be normal person. There's something foundationally wrong with that. That man is a broken.
What I don't understand why they continue to marry more and more and more wives?
Because
he not marry for informal life.
Because if you say in time don't pass, you don't achieve anything. So the best way, the laziest way for her, now so they marry all these young girls when they'll come they work for her. You know, yeah, wait till tell me Mercy. He say no, he say I mean now work, he want me come work for him. Wait till consign now. Now lazy way, they're men
But
like that.
he even ready to work now. Mercy ready to work.
He
She was
ready
already
to
giving him half of her paycheck. So what's it being problem?
because the man don't already spiritually entangle himself. That's a kere one way they do. He not fit kolebonwe. He don't entangle himself so much. He be like web. He spiritual life be like cobweb. Everything full on. So now that one he go just they go. Unfortunately, the people when don't know anything go they fall into the hands of these men. That's just the problem. But that's why he can't stop it. He don't turn to another thing for him body. He no go fit stop him. But thank God say this girl, thank God say he find this channel. Thank God, see when they shout like Abemuna like to give this video traction.
Yeah, it
Because
can
we
save
don't know
somebody's
who we
life.
go they save. See this young girl now.
Mm-hmm.
If to say she not see this video watch, now how if for know what to do? Maybe the small sense when she get now when she learn from here, now she take fit implement what she implement.
Oh yes, not be maybe. Now the video where she watch for here, she take. Now she find even know about any of this thing. You see another woman where they sharing story. Now you call the thing. That's when she contacted me and I explained it to her and told her this is what you are going through. And that was the first time she even knew that this was not a normal
A
thing.
normal thing. You see? Do you understand? So let me say when we like this video, if we dey like him, we go give am the traction. So people like Mercy, they go see him. even for Nigeria, they go they listen. All these Nigerian girls when they use ear here abroad, they go they hear, they go they think twice before they just jump into any of these men hands. See this man, senior Mongo Park. Compare the age gap, 25. That man has something else. There's something foundationally wrong with him. I'm telling you. I just thank God for your life, Mercy. In fact, now dance is supposed to they dance. They say, "Thank you for saving me. Thank you, Mama. Thank you for saving your
Oh boy,
child."
why you don't remember that song?
I have to. When you see the mercy of God, sometimes song when you never remember before
You
you
go
enter your
remember
tongue.
and go on your brain.
I'm telling you, now be the thing. Thank you. See that for your living room, though they shake your waist, they dance. They dance like say that they play better music for you. Kurumole, oh yeah, go down, come up. They sing that song. You've been saved, though. You've been majorly delivered. This man would have just completely wiped everything about you away. God not let am and yeah, day your head. And I'm glad because you even still get mouth. Even when the man was doing that, you were even able to question him. I was happy about that, even though the story was aggravating for me to listen to. So I give you kudos for doing all of that. You will never ever experience this kind of thing ever again.
Amen.
Hopefully, all
Amen.
the lessons that you need to learn, you have learned it, and know that your growth, your personal growth, is more important than anything else. The person that is meant to be in your life will find you. You will not have to look. And when the person comes, you will do investigation. You go wear investigation cap. You don't go be like this again. So that's all I have to say to you, Mercy. I don't have anyone. Everybody that has called prior, the callers of timber and caliber, they have called and they have dropped all the
I can
message.
never say that word without laughing. Timber and caliber.
They
B.O., can you give us that name? We will
I
never
tell
forget
you,
it.
you understand? So I'm happy. Yeah, even though not 7 children, but at least thank God say this one now one. Now
We
one.
thank God. It's easier to live with
It's
one than
easier to
seven.
live with one.
Mm.
Seven, it's a serious
Oh yes. You know easy.
wahala. So
Mm.
Sister B, make I leave you, make you go rest.
Thank you. It be like say you know. If you know what's there ahead of me tomorrow, you go pray for me. Honestly.
I pray for you.
Honestly,
I
if you
pray
know
for
what's
you
there
that
ahead of me
your
tomorrow,
week will be
but
a
I
week of
couldn't
ease.
cancel it. I couldn't cancel because we've been trying to schedule this, every time. She said, "Oh, Auntie,
Mm.
I'm finally in refuge now. I'm ready to share my story now." I say, "Oh my God. Finally, we settled it for today. Today come again." I left church around 5 p.m. to
Oh my
come home.
God.
When I got home, I was like, wow, I have a show in 2 hours. And I need to take care of the kids, make sure everybody is
Yeah,
okay. Oh my God. I literally got here in the nick of time. And tomorrow, it is well.
it
Make
is
I
well. A week of ease
Mm.
you shall have.
Amen.
You are going to
Amen.
go, you will have strength that you didn't even know you had. It will
Amen.
overwhelm
I
you.
claim it in
And it
Jesus'
will be
name.
filled of your week will be filled of joy. There'll be sweetness in
Amen.
your mouth, pleasant surprises left, right, and center all over. So nothing, no
Amen.
statements.
Thank
Love
you.
you as always. We will
Love
see you
you.
again.
Thank you.
All
Thank you
right.
so much, Amoye. I appreciate you, my darling. God bless you.
You too.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Mercy, are you still here? You still there listen? Are you
Yes,
here?
Auntie B. Yeah, I'm still
Eh.
listening.
How do you feel? What do you feel? How do you feel about all the people that have spoken, the advice, information, and everything?
I'm so grateful and happy. Oh. I don't even know I still have small sense.
You don't even know how blessed you are. Eh?
Yeah.
If you don't take anything away from tonight's show, know that you are blessed. You see, the blessing of God is not it is discriminatory. Oh. You see, when Abraham wanted to bless, his children, not be all of them blessed. So you know that he wanted to bless Esau. Jacob used mago take the blessing, and he carried the blessing. You understand? As a Christian, you know the spiritual implication of that.
Yeah.
You are blessed. Just know that. I'm telling you, because the way you do things with ease, the way doors open for you, and the way you are able to do so many things in such a short period, I'm wondering, you went just People there for this country for years. They say they try to find their bearing. You just come back, 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 back. And you know what? Our sister here, who she said don't marry one narcissist man before. You know, realities with our sister. He tell us say the man don't even see spiritually, he don't see that glory. You have a glory. You carry so much glory and grace. Don't ever forget that, okay?
Yeah,
So,
thank you.
don't worry about divorce. Leave divorce for now, okay? Just leave divorce. You don't need to pursue divorce because in the UK now, who start divorce now he go pay. If na him wan divorce you when he wan bring a wife come, let him go to court to go and take solicitor and be paying. No waste your legal aid on that. What you should concentrate on now is getting yourself to a good place mentally, deal with the emotional and all the trauma where you don't go through, help your son through this difficult period, get yourself accommodation. You have a support worker, or what do they call them, key worker in the refuge.
Yeah.
Okay, so they will help you with the process of applying for a flat. So you will get your accommodation. This is the route you need to take now, but we will talk later. Okay, don't worry, we'll talk outside the show. And don't focus, don't start pushing divorce. Leave him, leave him. Does he have your number?
Yes, he blocked me.
So are you still in contact with him?
Yeah, no, we've not. He has never called me since I moved out.
You still want him to call you?
No.
I think you should change your number.
Yeah, I have another
Okay,
number. I have
change your
another.
number. Use a new SIM card for UK is £1. Some stores now free that they give them. You know, even pay. Okay,
Yeah,
get a new SIM card when you know get. You don't need to be in contact with him. Okay, because
yeah,
you have a journey ahead of you now that you're gonna start, and it starts now. It might not be easy. Okay, but
yeah,
you're gonna get there. Okay, it's a
yeah,
journey of discovering yourself. You see that when you started in Nigeria, you go school, you started your career, you had a job and everything, and he came and he just turned everything around, tell you to quit your job, marry you under false pretenses, lied on you, cheated, and did everything. He appeared like he set you back, but you know what? God is a rewarder. And when God won't reward you for all these years that the canker worm and caterpillar has eaten, you go just dey look yourself, say, now maybe this. You dey UK now, you get your paper, you are here legally. But one thing I will tell you about your pikin, don't keep quiet. Okay? That thing when that person they talk, so there's no such thing. They no get any list for anything. For here, the help is available and it is free on the NHS. You
yeah.
understand? So speak
I,
to your GP, speak to the teachers about the behavior. They will get you help. No keep quiet oh. Say you dey protect your pikin. No. Because by the time it might not be able to open up to you, but it will open up to other people.
yeah. Auntie B, I've spoken to the AHS. They said there's nothing wrong with him. He's good to everybody. He's good in school. That if
Mm-hmm.
there's anything that the school should be the one to report, that
Mm,
he's the only child, that I should give him more attention, that
mm.
I should know that he was traumatized too, that
Yeah.
I should just have patience with him, that with time he will be fine. That
Okay.
was all.
Okay. Just keep giving him a lot of hugs. Okay. Hug
Yeah,
him. Okay. Just hug him a lot and tell him you love him. But
yeah,
children now, I'm a mother, so I can tell you, my children don't big well. So I tell you, I can talk from experience. It's a phase, it will be okay. All right.
yeah,
The luck you have, you left, you didn't, stay too long. So this boy is only 4 now. If you had stayed till when he was 16, that one, you will take Jesus Christ to come back for you to fit that one. It will be almost
yeah,
impossible. We don't get women that have come on this platform and told us about how their children have left and they are not speaking to them again because they put them in this kind of situation for too long. Okay? And they are having to deal with that now, even though they left. So no worry, your son will be okay. All right.
okay,
We'll talk again. We'll talk again, and then we'll see. Whatever help that we can, you know, offer and advice and everything. But you'll be fine. All right.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my darling. Thanks for coming to share your story.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good evening. Okay.
And you too.
All right. Bye, sweetie. Bye.
All right.
Thank you, Obodo fam. When I don't hear Mercy's story, oh, she came here to share her story. Hopefully, the way she was encouraged by someone else's story, I pray that she too will encourage someone else who's out there going through whatever sort of DV, be it emotional, financial, physical, whatever it is, psychological. We say zero tolerance to DV, zero tolerance to abuse. Please, if you are going through any of this situation, when we don't mention for yes, so, and you don't even recognize it, it's okay for you not to know. Because now what person they familiar with, now you go know. But we are here. Please contact us, reach out, okay? Send us a message, send an email, and please do not continue to live in that situation. It doesn't matter how long you've been on it. There is no reason for you to live a life of abuse. It is not okay. We say zero tolerance to DV and any kind of abuse. Thank you so much, everyone that's been here tonight. All my contributors, everyone in the comment section. God bless you. Thank you for all that you do, your support, your emotional, moral support, your contribution, financial, everything you do in this platform is never taken for granted. God bless us all. May God reward you. Thank you, everyone that supported Mercy. And yeah, we are going to follow up. This is not the end. We will definitely follow up. Thank you all so much for being here. I will see you in my next one. Please give this video a thumbs up. Like it, like it. You might just be saving someone else's life out there. So give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Have a good afternoon over there in the US. Have a good evening in Europe. And God bless you. Thank you all so much. I love you. Have a lovely, a very productive and blessed week ahead. Thank you. Bye, guys. Bye.